minute. Been a minute. A little guttural yell for your San Diego Padres, everybody. Welcome in, Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Pleasure to be here with you this morning. My name is Woodsy, and I am under the weather, but I will not be complaining about it. I do not want my co-host to be to, quote, tear his hair out. So I'm just going to fight through it. Don't know what happened. Just picked it up. The crud.
Well, from Paulie.
Yeah, maybe Paulie.
When he came in sick last Friday.
That's the thing.
That's why you don't come in sick.
It's the culture that's been established around here, right? Mm-hmm. Starts at the top. The culture here is work or die. Yeah. That's it. You either work or you work till you die, even. Work. You're on vacation? Don't care. Work. You're sick? Don't care. Work. That's where we are now.
After Woods' vacation, you think I was going to take a day off from?
Bro, there's no way.
Sniffly?
There's
Absolutely
no
not.
chance. There is absolutely no chance.
I saw what happened to you.
Yeah, welcome to Odyssey. Work or die.
Yeah.
Work till you die.
You were also in a big metal tube for many hours.
You know, I felt good.
Okay. See, I blamed you originally for getting sick.
Oh.
Because you were the one that was on the plane traveling.
You came back. Gave you the stuff.
But I don't think the timing worked out. I was just deflecting.
You're looking for an excuse. Yeah. I know. We always do that. Every time we get sick, we're like, who did I run into? Right. I ran into one of you MFers was sick, and you didn't tell me.
You opened a door or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm much too healthy to get sick on my own.
That's right.
So
I would never get sick.
Someone else must be to blame.
I wash my hands or sanitize after touching anything, like in public. No, I mean, it's you don't know where you got sick from.
Taylor Farms probably is my guess.
Just
Maybe
blame Taylor Farms.
I think I had a salad covered in guacamole and salsa and jalapenos, and I've been sick ever since. They are pulling if you see something with Taylor Farms on it in your fridge, you got to throw it away at this point, because I was just reading an article this morning.
You just rebrand the company at this point. You're not
just call Farms.
You're not coming back from that.
No, you're done.
It may be like almost completely out of their control. I feel bad, but
I wouldn't feel too bad. They're killing the American people.
Yes, but they didn't necessarily do anything wrong. I mean, it happens to vegetables sometimes. And
yes, when you wipe your butt with lettuce, things are going to happen, and people are going to get sick. Here's the thing.
Remember when we were kids and Jack in the Box made people sick?
Oh, yeah.
And, I mean, that was like years before people were comfortable going again. It's a tough thing to come back from.
There's a couple restaurants, that you're like, not like I'll tell you this right now. In the year 2026, I will never willingly eat Taylor Farms again. I used to buy Taylor. I thought it was cute because I have a son named Taylor, and I would bring it home, and I'd be like, "Hey, look what I got!" Like, I'm not joking. This happened multiple times. He'd point it out in the store, buddy. I'm sorry, you're now doo-doo lettuce boy for the rest of your life, because that's what's happening right now. I'm Woodsy. That is Paul Reindl. He is the executive producer of the program. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
Are you feeling better?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I'm still there, but I'm on the back end of
we
the
also
illness.
Went and met on Saturday at a card show.
That was a bad idea.
Which I don't know if
Thank
you guys.
you for not inviting me.
I don't know if you guys know this about card shows.
A lot of healthy people,
but it's a lot of people all fingering the same cards and everything else, and
in a closed room.
That could have been it. Now that I think about it, that could have been it.
Could have been it.
Could have been it.
I wasn't feeling great. I woke up on Saturday morning not even knowing about the card show. Woodsy texted me at like 8 o'clock. I was like, yeah, I'm in. I was feeling okay in the morning. And then once I got out of the house, was there for like half an hour. I was like, okay, I underestimated myself. I think I should probably go back and lay down. And
it was fun,
in
though.
bed the rest of the day.
We had a great time. at the card show. Ben Higgins did not come with us to the card show. Wasn't even invited. We didn't want to be mocked mercilessly by the James Dean of Ben
I don't
and
think
Woods.
we even told him.
No, I didn't even tell him. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. While you were doing the card show, I had a feeble moment over the weekend. I was hoping that they would just remain with you.
Oh, really?
I could laugh at your feeble moments, but I had a feeble moment over the weekend. I told you guys last week about the concierge favor. I got asked for a Dawn and Mud mini yacht bobblehead.
Yeah, like the hottest item in San Diego's history.
And I was basically like, no, there's no chance I'm going to get one of these. But our friend Chris Connolly from the Padres heard about it, brought him by last week, which was incredible. So I did have one to give my buddy, and so I was delivering it to him over the weekend. He works at a nice restaurant, so I went to visit him. I thought I'll go upstairs and
surprise
him, and then have a drink while I sit up there. So it's a place that has valet parking. So do the valet parking, go up. By the way, while I'm up there, so apparently I didn't know this. Tier 1 Daryl also works at the restaurant, and he came up and to say hi to me. And when he saw me give the bobblehead to my buddy, he goes, "That was you? You're the one who asked him?" Because he was listening to the segment last week when I told him about it, which was amazing. Sorry, Daryl. He's an Astros fan, so he was a little bummed about the loss of the series this weekend.
Suck it, Daryl, actually. Yeah.
So have a nice, cocktail, and then I walk down, and I can't find my valet ticket. It hasn't been that long. It's like I put it in my
20
pocket.
minutes.
Yeah, no, it's like I know they saw me, they know me, but my car's not there. The lot's in like a different area.
The lot, and I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The lot is 200 yards down the road that these guys have to do a dead sprint.
So this is not going to be a big deal, right? We're going to figure this out. So he opens the whole big thing of the keys and goes, "Well, which one's your key?"
Oh.
And I go, I don't have an actual keychain identifier, like a something
Nothing
attached
that
to it. It's
stands
just
out.
a normal generic.
My beautiful family on
that
mine.
would make it easy. I didn't have one, but I thought I'll clearly recognize my own keys, right?
Yeah, I would know mine.
Yeah, I know, but I really have nothing identifiable. And I look, there's like 5 or 6 different ones that look very similar to mine, and I cannot.
Where's the ticket?
I can't find the ticket. I don't know if it fell on my pocket. And so I'm sitting there picking through all the keys. It might be this one.
Oh, my God.
It might be this one. He finally goes, "Just what's the license plate on your car?" And I go, it's 8MG, I think, something. And he goes, "Fine, I'll just take all the keys that are possibly yours to the other lot."
Oh, my God.
Start pushing
Oh, my
the
God.
buttons until I find the right one.
You know what I would have said? You know what I would have said?
He got an extra tip. Let's just say that.
An extra $1. I bet.
Yeah.
Hey, here's 2 bits, kid. That's a quarter. Okay? Spend that all in one place.
So stupid.
I guarantee Ben flipped him a silver $1.
Yeah.
There you go, pal.
Don't spend it all in one place.
I just, how could you not recognize your own keys?
I love
You know
that.
what I would have said?
All the time.
I would have said, "Why didn't you build a parking lot then? A structure. This is ridiculous."
I love that this whole story stemmed from Radio Ben, not Television Ben. This was a request made for Radio
Yes.
Ben. And so you're Ben from Ben and Woods acting like an absolute buffoon.
Yes.
When you're Ben from 10 News,
he's
you
got
have
it
your
dialed.
ticket, you know exactly what you're doing, you're a
In a
professional.
3-piece suit,
But
rolling up there.
when you're Ben from Ben and Woods, you're like, right.
Great. Just more damage to the brand on a Saturday.
It was humiliating.
Listen, dude, but it speaks to the fact that no good deed, man.
I know.
No good deed goes unpunished. I'm trying to think of a good deed I did that has gone unpunished, and I just can't. I got concierge by my old man on Friday, dude. Listen to this. Check this out. He's unbelievable. He is unbelievable. Ready for this? And he started in the way that is my least favorite way to get concierged, because I get requests for things all the time. This is the one I don't get, and it messes with me psychologically when people do this.
The worst part is you're about to say what makes you the most upset.
And people are still going to do it.
People are going to hear it, and they're going to do it within 48 hours.
Here's my dad, ready? Friday, 12:41. Steven, I hate to ask. Oh, no. I hate to ask the San Diego concierge, but I heard that the Eagles are having 4 more shows at the Sphere in January. Mom would love to see them. Do you know how I can purchase tickets, and what part of the seating should I look? Thanks. Love hearing about the back-to-school wardrobe debate. Remember on Friday we told you about how he used to force me to wear the blackest shoes and the bluest jeans. And then he has the gall, the nerve. He has the nerve on Friday to go, "Hey, I know I put you, I know I was traumatizing to you in back-to-school shopping. Any chance you have a line on some Eagles tickets or know where to get them?"
Is it possible that Google, he felt like because you made him wear it on the show for a little content that you now owe him a little favor? Although I will say, Gary, That's more of a Las Vegas concierge.
That's
thing
true.
than a
I
city.
have been twice. I did have some advice for him on where to sit. But at the end of the day, listen, being the kind son that I am, I'm probably going to go ahead and get them their tickets. Dad, if you're listening right now, he just breathed a sigh of relief. I'm gonna work on some things and try to get you guys some good seats.
Just have Adam do it.
That's a good
put
point.
Adam on it.
Pass the buck.
Yeah.
Saw Adam yesterday. The battle of Klug v. Woods
saw this.
went down
Intriguing.
yesterday. It was so awesome. It was so much fun. We had so the team that I started for my 8-year-old, they're now a 9U team, and we were playing the 9U team from Frozen Ropes. And Coach Kurt, you hear him on the radio station. And Adam's son Ethan goes there. Bo went there with his friend Jackson. So we've obviously known them for a while. Playing them in scrimmages is a lot of fun. And so we went out to their field up in Carmel Mountain Ranch. Whew. It was a rough one. It was a rough field. It was very, very warm.
Toasty. Inland.
Very, very
everywhere
warm,
was
dude.
This weekend.
Everywhere.
Oh, my goodness
Everywhere was
gracious.
hot, man.
It's supposed to cool down a little bit today, but wow, it's been hot.
So we get to the field, and we're warming up. And I see Kluger get out. I walk up and say hello. When I see Ethan, I give him the old, hey, take it easy on us today, right? Ethan's 10, I believe. He's playing. So they were a short player. They brought him up. Coach Kurt asked, do you mind if I bring up Ethan Klug? I go, no, this will be great.
I insist.
I insist that you do. So he comes out, and we're playing. Really good game. I mean, we score a couple. We hold them. We're up 2-0. We give up 1-2-1.
Was Adam like trash talking Bo? Like,
no.
come on, strike him out.
But Adam was trash talking the umpire. Oh, yeah.
That's not okay.
Get off your knees,
You're blowing the game. Check your phone, Blue. Missed call. He was heckling the umpire. So this is a true story. I swear to God. So at one point, Ethan's up to bat. Bo's behind the dish. And pitcher throws a ball. And Bo kind of sticks it at the bottom of the zone. And it was probably down. But it was a good job. He showed it to him. Also, he's trying to move the game along. You don't want to walk fest there in 8 or 9U. So you hear from the stands.
What are they paying you? I'll double it.
He goes, good eye, Ethan. Because it was down. He didn't swing. He goes, good eye, Ethan. And then the umpire turns and looks at him. And Adam was like freaked him out a little bit. And then he walks up to me and goes, that ball was down. Like almost bounced. I go, dude, just get away from me. Who cares? Let it go. Let it go. It's fine, bro. You'll be fine. So anyway, then Ethan hits
Just trying to keep his son's confidence up.
Ethan hits a 2-strike missile up the middle, right? So then
a frozen rope.
So Bo comes in to pitch, and he hits Bo against Klug, Bo against Ethan, and it was awesome. And I think Bo had him. I think Bo had him 2-1.
Like Ohtani and Trout.
Yeah, it was so
ago.
sick, dude. And Bo had him 2-1, and he threw his fastball, but he's been kind of gets around it a little bit, so it takes a lot of, instead of ripping down to the four seam. All the kids, they kind of get a little lazy and they kind of get around it, so it's almost like a
slider?
like a cutter, like it cuts, and it just kind of hung in the middle. And Ethan tattooed it for a double, and I was just sitting there thinking, like, oh my God.
We want a pitcher,
Yeah,
not a belly itcher.
Hey, was it extra sweet because it was against the goats? It was amazing. So
Is it extra sweet because it's against
the goats? So he poked one, and man, Bo almost had him stranded at third. Almost. Kid hit a missile up the middle off the back of Bo's leg. He went down in a heap. Had to go out. He stayed in, finished the inning. We ended up losing by 1. Ethan came in to close. Ethan came in to close with a 3-run lead. We had the tying run on third with 1 out, and we could not get him in. So it was an excellent game. It was so much fun. And
Just sets up the rematch in the future at some point.
We're gonna play him again, dude. It was so much fun. It was great to see Adam. You forget what a good guy Adam is when he's not at work and your boss and like intimately involved in your life. So when you just see him at a field with his family, you're like, hey, that's my guy. That's my buddy. We had a great time. And I was very, very pleased and proud of the effort on both sides. Sportsmen, they're good sportsmanship over there. a good team to play. Nobody's chirping, like, except
Other
for
than
Adam.
him, yeah.
Other than Adam. Nobody chirped at the umpires except for Adam.
Yeah.
And then we got a picture after the game of the Woods and Klug crew. So it was awesome, dude. It was a really fun day. But no, I did not tell Bo to groove one. Trust me. I would have gone the other way. He just, they're learning, man. They're learning. Ethan is a good little player, dude. It's working. Whatever they're teaching at Frozen Ropes is working.
Good.
And he is
fun.
He's really a good. He's got the look. He's like got the look of a ball player. When he gets in the box, he looks like he knows what he's doing. He's got some savviness out in the field. Pitched pretty well too. It was awesome, man. It was such a fun thing. I look forward to many, many more.
Outstanding.
It was great.
And then long before we're watching you guys play in the Little League World Series here. I've been watching. It's like qualifiers and stuff, regionals still. But I love when ESPN has the games.
Me too,
I
man.
will always stop down and watch
Every
a little
time.
bit of it because I really do think, like, especially Williamsport in particular, like, I think that is baseball at its absolute purest joy is the Little League World Series. It's so much fun.
It's the best.
And you see some of these kids. I can't remember who I was watching. Texas, maybe. They had a kid who was throwing with like 83 miles per hour, I think, and with the equivalent
From that distance.
the MLB equivalent was 109 miles per hour,
That's not even
and
fun.
they lost. Was that Sweetwater that beat that team?
Oh, Sweetwater just
I think
won.
they
that
won
team.
last
I think
night
it was who they were
again.
playing, yeah.
They're 2 away?
Sweetwater won 16-4 over the Northern California champions last night. So they will
for them.
play in the semifinals against Kauai, Hawaii on Tuesday in San
Wow.
Bernardino. And if they win, then you go right to the finals on Friday. If they lose, then you got to go through the losers bracket. But technically, if they win their next two,
Come on.
they're going to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. We did a story, Danny at Channel 10 did a story on them last week as they were getting ready for the tournament. I think one of their best players is Alejandro Kirk's nephew, I think
Yes.
it was.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, he had a big game, and he is now set up to pitch in the final if they get to Friday, so they're in good shape.
Nice.
Well, their coach runs Win Baseball in Chula Vista, and we're playing them in a couple weeks.
Oh, nice.
Not that team. Their
Travel,
8U,
yeah.
and I think we're playing their 9U and their 8U team in one day. And the woman that schedules for them is his wife, and she was listening and heard us talking about them, and he heard it. So continued success. Go out. How many more games they need? Two?
just two if they win the next two and stay out of the losers
they're in.
bracket. Yeah, they're off to Williamsport.
Go get it, man. Go get
Which
it.
is pretty amazing, joining a pretty impressive legacy of San Diego teams that have gone and had some success in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, including overall Parkview champions from, that's about 20 years ago now.
I got to tell you, though, man, it is just it's so fun to coach and you build something, and to see, like, the two things that we preached at practice on Friday and Saturday were you got to focus for the entire game because they'll be really good for about 3 innings, and it was hot. And then they start kind of daydreaming, just focus throughout the game. Don't walk anybody. You're going to walk guys, but we walked them 15 times last game. Let's cut that way down. And we did. I think we walked 2 guys. And so they put the ball in play. We made plays. We didn't make plays, but it's fun to see. It's so special to me. And it was great to see Kluger and his family out there celebrating. And I told Ethan after the game, I go, if you want to play for the Goats, all you got to do is let me know, dude. I'd take you on my team in a heartbeat. He mashes, straight up mashes. Like the balls he hit piss rods around there yesterday. It was awesome.
We got a lot to get to. Shall we
Yeah,
get
let's get into
started?
it.
All right,
Great
let's,
weekend.
Let's take our first time out, and when we come back, we will get into everything Padres, taking 2 out of 3 from the Houston Astros over the weekend. A little key pickup as well yesterday for your San Diego Padres. We got updates on rehab assignments from Joe Musgrove and others, so we'll get to all the news and then get to our Padres wrap-up of a very impressive 7-2 win last night on national television over the Houston Astros. Padres trying to roll with a tough series against the Milwaukee Brewers starting tonight. We will set the menu for the Monday edition of Ben and Woods as well. All coming up next, broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We know how. Thank you for joining us on a Monday morning on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please
Just a
don't.
little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh! Oh! That is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Welcome to the San Diego Padres, Austin Hayes. Was not expecting that.
Bit of a
over the
surprise,
weekend.
yeah.
I saw the tweet from, I think it was Ken Rosenthal had it first yesterday. And I immediately put up the skepticism filter going, is this someone retweeting something from like 4 years ago?
Right.
This sounds like someone that AJ probably signed many years ago,
Yeah.
and they're just pulling the wool over my eyes because we're already post-trade deadline. I wasn't expecting any more roster additions at this point.
I expected Jorge Soler before I expected Austin Hayes, to be honest with you. But hey, you take it after that performance last night.
Yeah, home run in his very first at-bat with the San Diego Padres. Austin Hayes, if you'll remember, made the All-Star game with the Baltimore Orioles back in 2023. Since then, he's dealt with some injuries, bounced around, signed with the Chicago White Sox this season, appeared in only a handful of games, had, I think, calf injuries on both legs that he has been basically dealing with all year long, was on a rehab assignment, and then was getting close. Like, they had to make a decision to activate him, but the White Sox had already picked up Brenton Doyle, I believe, at the trade deadline, which made them really not in need of Austin Hayes' services anymore, so they DFA'd him, and the Padres decided to jump at the opportunity to add someone who has been traditionally very good against left-handed pitching. He's got a career OPS over 800 against lefties, so you can see him as a potential pinch hit bat, get a spot start in the outfield against a left-handed starter, probably going to be aggressively, using substitutions if they bring in righties or late in the game. His OPS against righties isn't that good, but it's a valuable bat to have, especially in a pennant race and in a postseason. Guy with some power, little pop, as we just saw, that can add some depth. And honestly, the baseline is, can you help our team more than Gage Workman at this point? And they decided, yes, Austin Hayes can help the team in this very moment more than Gage Workman. So they made a little addition yesterday, and it paid immediate dividends.
I mean, it's been pretty crazy. Some of the guys that AJ's hit on this year, the Luis Rengifos, the Samad Taylor. I saw this move, and I thought, oh, man, does that mean, we're going to be without Samad for a lot longer? I still don't.
I think it's more maybe Miguel Andujar, kind of replacing his right-handed bat.
Yeah.
Andujar did start some baseball activity, but it sounds like his ramp up from the broken wrist has been going a little bit slower than everybody thought. And with both Ramon Laureano and Andujar down, those were supposed to be the guys who really, gave the Padres some extra thump against left-handed pitching. And they've been missing them for, obviously Ramon for most of the season. And now Andujar, it's been about, 3 weeks since he went down. They just had to do something at this point in the season to fill that hole against left-handed pitching.
Yeah, MVP of the game last night. Obviously, you'll look to Jackson Merrill. You'll look to Fernando Tatis Jr. for the big 3-run shot. But I thought Bradley Rodriguez and Kyle Hart, just phenomenal coming in to get the job done last night. It was one of my favorite wins of the year. And the bummer is I had to watch most of it on condensed game because I had a board meeting last night. Now, I thought it might be
B-O-R-E-D or B-O-A-R-D?
No, B-O-A-R-D. It was hardly B-O-R-E-D.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Spicy
meeting last night.
Politics.
For Little League. Oh, I got to get it now. I got a little taste of how
what are
the world
the types
works,
of
man.
things that are addressed at board meetings?
Oh, Paulie,
How often do you have board meetings?
Like once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah. But it was spicy.
In person or virtual?
In person.
In person.
So this was not one where I could sit there and have my phone on in the middle of, we were voting on new bodies, as it were. So I had to I saw it, they were down, and then I saw Toddy hit the 3-run homer, and then I had to do the meeting.
Is there like a facility, or do you go to a restaurant?
We go to
a
church.
A church,
The
okay.
bottom floor of some church.
Okay. Meeting room?
Yeah,
Nice.
meeting room. And there's an AA meeting upstairs, so people kept coming into our space and blasting heaters right outside of it because they thought they were.
Hi, I'm Woods, and I'm a Little League dad.
Yes, I'm a Little League dad. Little League dad first and foremost. But so I had to watch it on condensed. But holy cow, man, the way that those guys came in and held the game down, didn't have to go to Morahone, didn't have to go to Miller because of that Austin Hayes move. I thought it was one of the best games of the year. Plus, you had the incredible threesome of Benetti, Blummer, and Peavy.
Oh, yeah, the broadcast
and
last night.
Sabathia.
Don't forget CC.
Yep.
Yeah, that was easily the best national broadcast as far as the crew of a Padres game that I've ever seen. I had no gripes whatsoever. Benetti is so good as a play-by-play guy.
Blummer is incredible.
And then to have Blummer and Peavy and then CC doing the sideline, that's about as good as I can ever remember watching a national Padres broadcast.
I'm a little mad we didn't have Blummer on.
Yeah, we
Friday.
soiled our pants,
We usually
dude.
do
We
when
really
the Padres
did.
play the Astros. They're one series a year, and for some reason, none of us thought of it, and just like, I'm bummed that we didn't have.
With the weekend series, we only have really like Friday
Right,
to do
and it's
it,
such a
and we
busy
just
day.
we're
Yeah,
already
you know.
kind of looking towards the weekend. We just didn't even think about it. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I was like, what the hell are we doing?
Some odd playing games in the desert right
he
now.
is. He's a little closer,
like
I think.
Monopoly.
No,
Jenga?
he's in the Arizona
Baseball
Bridge
games.
League, or getting some action
All right.
in Peoria right now. But we'll see when he comes back. And I don't know if when he comes back, if he replaces Jace Bowen, probably. If that's the case, because Austin Hayes looks like he might have a spot on the roster for the rest of the year. We'll get into the highlights, our wrap-up, Jesse's call. Fantastic, by the way, the Fernando Tatis Jr. home run. I actually jumped out of my chair on that one. That felt like a big swing for the Padres this season.
It didn't feel like it. It was.
And the
It was a
reaction at Petco
huge
Park
swing.
was pretty amazing last night with the Sunday night crowd. So that was pretty cool. Here's what we've got coming up for you. Setting the menu for the Monday edition of Ben and Woods after our early Padres talk. We will get into DDT at 7:20. Craig Elsten will join us at 7:35. The victory last night for SDFC was a nice one over their cross-border rivals from Tijuana. The Cholos 1-0. Don't think it will have any impact on the Leagues Cup. The way the format is, you pretty much have to go 3-0 if you're an MLS team to advance, because of the 18 teams, the top 4 MLS teams all go on to the quarterfinals. And there's almost certainly going to be 4 teams that go undefeated, which means even if they go 2-1, they're probably going to be eliminated, but they will play again on Wednesday. So we'll talk a little SDFC with the Chromaniacs, podcast host, and Padres Hot Tub. Obviously, we'll get Craig's thoughts on the weekend series against the Houston Astros. In our 8 o'clock hour, got a new week of Take on Woods. We've got another concert prize, Instant Win, where you can win tickets to see Zach Top at Pechanga Arena on September 17th. So play our game at 8:20, and then our Linsider from The Athletic, Dennis Lin, covering the San Diego Padres, will join us at 8:35. 9 o'clock hour features our Reindl Report and our MLB Reacharound. Padres, by the way, 1 game out of a playoff spot again, behind both the Diamondbacks and the Phillies. D-backs did take 2 of 3 from the LA Dodgers over the weekend. And at this point, I almost feel like the Dodgers do this on purpose. Like, we cheer against them all year. They win, they win, they win. Finally, we go, all right, well, now we actually want the Dodgers to win. They're playing the Diamondbacks 6 times in the last, week and a half. Lost 5 of the 6. It's like uncanny how the Dodgers do exactly what we don't want them to do
Every time.
every single time.
It's like every August.
I was watching the game, and I watched Edwin Diaz come in, cockfighter Edwin Diaz. I watched cockfighter Edwin Diaz come in.
Anything ever happen with that cockfighting?
No, swept under the rug, like everything. He blew the save the night before. Waldschmidt got him.
They did end up winning that one, but they could have lost it very easily.
No, the Waldschmidt one was a walk-off on Friday.
Oh, the Friday one. The
so
Saturday one,
So
they
I'm
could have
watching
lost
Saturday, and they bring in Diaz again. That's what you do. You want to get him right back out there. You paid him an exorbitant amount of money to go be your closer. And this dude serves up 2 back-to-back triples. And you got the winning run on third, and this MFer gets out of it. And I went right there. You're supposed to feel happy because you're like, okay, we need you guys to beat these Diamondbacks, man. And it was such a weird feeling of rooting against him. Like when he blew the save, you're like, ha ha. But then you're like, you idiot. I mean, it's a roller coaster because you love seeing them blow games. You love seeing them. In
this case,
lose.
it hurts us.
But in this case, it hurt us bad.
The Phillies did lose 2 of 3 to the Toronto Blue Jays. So the Padres pick up just the 1 game on Philly. So again, a game back of both the Phillies and the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, you're running to stand still at this point right now, which is that's when it gets gnarly.
Yeah.
Like the results of the games before you, and you're like, oh my God, we got to win tonight, and they did. But yeah, this is that time of year that makes you insane.
This week we will be fans of the St. Louis Cardinals. They are going to be playing the Phillies, and the Colorado Rockies, who will be playing the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Well, you never know.
Go Rockies.
Go Rockies.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know what? Maybe they'll help us more than the Dodgers do.
Yep.
So that's what we've got coming up on the program today. Let's start, though, with the highlights of really what was a terrific 7-2 win despite falling behind early against the Houston Astros on national TV last night. Our Padres Wrap-Up right after a check of traffic here on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's your latest traffic update.
San Diego, our slowing is on 805, starting Imperial Avenue to the 15 National 75 northbound from Harbor Drive. It's a sluggish one, and this is northbound. I'm Fonseca with San Diego traffic.
Brought to you by Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water.
What makes Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? We always bottle our Alpine Spring Water less than 1.5 miles from the spring source, and all our bottles are made with 50% recycled plastic from our own recycling plants. Crystal Geyser, bottled at the spring source.
I love winning, man. I love winning. You hear what I'm saying? It's like better than losing. Are you ready?
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
I liked last night's game.
It's time for the
Padres Wrap-Up.
with Ben and Woods.
You guys are the voice of San Diego.
Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
Varsho swings, hits it in the air, deep to right field. Fernando going back. He will watch, and it's going to go. Dalton Varsho with his first home run as an Astro. A 2-run shot in the second inning, and they lead it 2-0. And Merrill swings, hits it in the air, high and deep to right center field. Trammell back into the gap at the wall. Gonna go! How about another? Jackson Merrill with number 18 to the big part of the yard in right center. He goes deep for a second consecutive game, and it's 2-1. And Tatis hits it in the air, deep to left field, way back. This one, gonna go! Second balcony Western medal. A 3-run homer for Fernando. And the Padres have hopped on top here in the fourth. 0-1. And Sheet swings, hits it in the air, deep to right field. Trammell is back. Guess what? This one, gonna go! For the first time since June, Gavin Sheets has left the building. His 15th of the year, the Padres' third of the day, and it's 5-2. Rodriguez delivers. Check swing appeal. He went. Strike 3. Another 1-2-3 inning. Rodriguez needs just 7 pitches to set down the Astros. And runs, pitch in the air, deep to left field. Wade is back. This one, gonna go! Welcome to San Diego, Austin Hayes. The fourth pitch that he sees in a Padre uniform is Western medal. And the Pods get their 4th homer of the night. A 2-run shot at 7-2. 1-2. Estrada deals. Alvarez swings and misses. Strike 3. And Jeremiah Estrada. A 1-2-3 ninth inning. As Padre pitching sets down the last 22 Astros to come to bat. And the Padres take this rubber game by a final of 7-2.
Would you say that on both sides of the ball, I mean, it seemed like one of your more relentless victories?
That was a pretty good game for us. Yeah, we've played a lot of games here lately that resembled that. That was probably the best version of that. So, it's nice to do it. National TV, Sunday Night Baseball. Hopefully it carries on, as we keep going.
You were around when Tatis was providing moments. Like, it seemed like every other at bat he was doing that. And I know you've talked a lot about how you think he's still always been that guy, but him being this hot, getting to be this guy again at this point for you, what does that mean?
Yeah, it takes our team to another level. When he can, kind of put us on his back and be like, hey, I got you guys. And we've just seen it in his eye here lately that he's got that feeling that he can do it and that he wants to do it. So happy, he's grinded out an entire season of ups and downs, and it's been a little bit on an upswing here and then flattened out, and now it's on, just another upswing. So we're just enjoying it with him. He's a great teammate to have, a great person to be managing, and, he does a lot for the Padres.
One of the biggest moments of the season is the Padres go ahead 4-2 on that 3-run home run by Fernando Tatis Jr. Love looking, though, at the hidden moments that don't make the wrap-up sometimes. Can't play every highlight of the game, so usually it's the scoring plays or maybe a key strikeout or two. But before the 3-run home run by Fernando Tatis Jr. with 2 outs, the number 9 hitter, Freddie Fermin, coming up with an infield single. Catchers don't get a lot of infield singles, but it was the second hit of the game. He had given Fernando a chance earlier in the game. Fernando didn't come through, flied out with 2 guys on, but given a second opportunity with 2 outs, Fernando does come through, but he doesn't even get that opportunity if not for Freddie Fermin, who has not had, obviously, a great season, but came up very big for the Padres in that situation yesterday.
So many unsung heroes and sung heroes, I guess, Ben, last night. I thought the Jackson Merrill home run was insanely perfect, and that's a pitch that he was getting beat on over and over and over and over. Now,
chest-high fastball.
What that does is the book, the book that they all pass around, and everybody knows the book, and they've got the book. The book changes. So that makes him more dangerous. Once he shows you can't throw it there because I will put it out.
The book was out. It was up to Jackson
That
to
was
figure
it.
it out
That's right.
a way to change it.
That's exactly right, man.
Yep.
And you look at that swing. He just got his hands in, got to it, and yacked it. And you're right back in the game. You go from deflated, we're down 2-0. Here we go again. To no, we're good. We're right back in the game. Toddy obviously puts the foot on the throat of the Houston Astros and takes it to him yesterday. But again. Bradley, Kyle Hart, Jeremiah Estrada, just having those weapons deployed perfectly, managed perfectly. And again, I think Craig said something to the effect of, could Randy have gone more? Probably. But again,
he was only at 60-something pitches, right, when they took him out, but didn't want him to get to the third time through the order.
But again, what does that do for Randy's confidence, right? Like, what does that do for his confidence? It's more than just we got to get as many innings as we can with a lead. It's more of
go out on a high
let's
note.
go out on a
We're
high.
trying to win a ball game, by the way, and you got this super pen. Like, that's a great time to use it.
That pat on the butt, that pat on the back, that whatever it may be, that arm around your shoulder goes so far with these guys for their next start, their next AB, whatever it is. Gavin Sheets, too, man. He's struggling, grinding, never changed his attitude, always happy, always positive, putting in the work, playing on a bum foot. I was just real impressed with that victory, and that series victory was really special.
The Trammell single and Varsho home run in the second inning were the only two base runners the Houston Astros got the entire game.
That's it.
The Padres, including Randy Vasquez in the bullpen, retired the final 22 batters in a row and did so efficiently. The Padres threw only 98 pitches. They joked on the broadcast, is that a Maddox, a complete game with less than 100? Wasn't one guy, but it was four pitchers that combined together to throw less than 100 pitches in a complete game, which you don't see very often.
There was a stretch where they had like 4 innings. It was like 7 pitches, 8 pitches, 8 pitches, 7 pitches. I mean, that was unreal.
What was Blummer had a funny comment on the NBC broadcast.
He's like, our guys know that, like, we're not in a hurry, right? Like, we only have a short flight to San Francisco. They can see some pitches if they want to. They are. Their book said go out and attack early, and I think that probably would be the book on a Randy Vasquez. And you saw him hang that pitch to Varsho, and he put it out. But really, really fantastic work last night.
Now, does Randy Vasquez get his spot back in the starting rotation? Craig Stammen, at least before the game, was kind of non-committal. He said, Randy's done everything he possibly can do. He has shown us. But we also like to have that flexibility. He's going to pitch for us in important spots, but they sort of want to keep one of the days open for a little pitching chaos after it works so well for them. You don't want to have 3 days of pitching chaos, but having one day where you can maybe go with Kyle Hart for 2 or 3 innings against a certain, maybe a left-handed heavy lineup before you switch over to a Randy Vasquez. Sounds like how the Padres are going to keep going, although if Randy Vasquez continues to throw this way, at some point you may just have to insert him back into the starting rotation. But as of now, Padres have made no statements to indicate they're going to be making any changes for that 5th spot in the rotation right now.
Well, we'll get into the other games of the weekend, too, which I thought were just as important, for good and bad. But, I think chaos has described it pretty well. And it's working pretty well.
Let's get right to it. Let's start with the loss on Friday. And by the way, since the trade deadline day, which was a week ago today, the Padres are 4-2.
Yeah.
Their losses have been the 2 guys that they have brought in to shore up the team.
Correct. Shore up the rotation.
At this point, the Padres would have been better off doing nothing. At the trade deadline and keeping their prospects because Casey Mize obviously was bad, and then Robbie Ray was pretty bad on Friday against the Astros. I mean, the best you can say
King was Friday. Well, no, Saturday was King. That's right.
Robbie Ray was Friday, and the best you can say is that he was able to at least get through 5 innings.
That's like the one bright spot. You gave us 5.
Yeah, but that was about it as the Padres fell behind. Did come back within 1 on Fernando's 10th home run of the season, remaining hot. By the way, he is scorching the ball. I think the 2 hits yesterday were 111 and 107 on the double.
Pounding.
And I believe he has still, we talked about it earlier in the season. How does he have such a high exit velocity with no home runs?
Right.
Well, he still has the highest exit velocity in baseball. Now he's got 11 home runs, and it's paying off. That was another one that he bombed on Friday night.
It's going to be a very weird season for Tatis.
Yep.
And guys like Merrill as well. But, like, they're all turning it around to the point where if they keep this up, what do you know? They're going to all kind of have those same numbers that we kind of expect at the end of the year. It's weird how it works out. Now, Toddy's going to have a low home run total, but, I mean, if he gets up to like 20, did anybody think that was even a possibility in May?
He won't have a low home run total if he keeps hitting a home run every other game.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? He'll be just where he needs to be.
Be right around 30.
All you got to do is just keep doing what you're doing. Don't change a thing.
But, how to explain Casey Mize and Robbie Ray? I can't. It's not like other years where the Padres bought cheaply.
Right.
At the deadline.
Right.
And, you buy.
Oh, Rich Hill didn't get it done today. Jake Arrieta.
You get cheap at the deadline. Sometimes you get what you pay for. And, guys who aren't really very good. No, they went premium with 2 of maybe the 5 best starting pitchers available on the market. So I think it was reasonable to expect that both of those guys, adjustment periods are real, but both of those guys would at least come in and be pretty darn competitive and give the other teams a lot of trouble. Doesn't mean they're going to win every game, but for neither of them to really show anything positive in either of their starts is incredibly disappointing in the first week. Now, we will see start number 2 for Casey Mize tonight against the Milwaukee Brewers, and hopefully
tough customer.
Hopefully he will bounce back quickly and had a good bullpen session, and we'll figure it out because they cannot afford bad starts out of the 2 guys that they spent a lot on, prospect-wise, money-wise. About $6 million extra in salary just to bring these guys on and, push them toward a playoff spot at the end of the season.
Yeah.
So Friday was frustrating, which made Saturday obviously so important that you bounce back and find a way to win that game. And been waiting for this one from Michael King. Still not perfect by his standards, but much more Michael King-like from a couple of years ago, what we saw, especially with the sinker. Had good command.
Nasty.
Yeah. Still said the sweeper was trash, but when the sinker is good, it just makes every pitch a little bit better for Michael King, and he was pretty nasty for his 6 very solid innings, just 3 hits and the 1 run allowed on a game that the Padres needed it badly. 6 strikeouts, too, which was really good to see from Michael King.
Yeah, it was excellent. It was excellent, and to be able to kind of calm it down after the Robbie Ray start from Friday night was spectacular. Jackson with another big bomb in that game.
Very similar to the one he hit yesterday, just the high fastball that he pulled over the beach area.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, to be able to come back and win those last 2, you win that series, Benny, you're feeling pretty good. But again, didn't get any help, so you're kind of where you were, right? 1 game out.
Pretty much where you started. You got 1 on the Phillies.
Yeah, got 1 on the Phillies, but you're one out right now behind the Diamondbacks, so you can't really control what they do. You just got to go out and try to win this series against Milwaukee, which again, they're nasty. They're a nasty, nasty team, and I know we're missing the Miz, but these guys that they're throwing are pretty damn good.
A couple other key moments from that Saturday game. Adrian Morejon coming in after Jeremiah Estrada had put 2 on in the 7th, and then he walked a guy, so the bases were loaded. Struck out Myers. Huge at-bat there, and then gets through the 8th inning. Turns it over to Mason Miller with the 2-run advantage instead of, a 1-run game, which turned out to be important. Mason Miller is a human being. Not much of one, but is slightly a human being, and hit a guy and gave up a 2-out single that ended up scoring a run, but that's not his job. Is not to not score runs. It's to save the game.
Yeah,
and he got his 29th save of the season, but even more importantly, didn't have to use either of those guys yesterday because of the extra offense from Austin Hayes and the great work for the bullpen by Bradley Rodriguez especially, but also Jeremiah Estrada and Kyle Hart helped the Padres keep those back-end guys fresh now to start this series against the Milwaukee Brewers.
Mason Miller told Austin Hayes after the game, "You're my favorite player," for hitting that 2-run bomb so he didn't have to go out and throw again in a real tight game. I loved it, man. Loved it. Loved what I saw this weekend. And, now it's over, though, and you got to do it all again.
And the Padres could be getting some more reinforcements for their bullpen very soon. We will give you an update on rehab assignments in the minor leagues, including the latest from Joe Musgrove yesterday, who made a start for AAA El Paso. And the Chihuahuas, a little more news from Nick Pivetta as well as we head toward hour number 2 of Ben and Woods. All guests appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking. It is better. Back in a moment here on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. Men and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Yeah, a couple of rehab updates for your San Diego Padres from over the weekend. David Morgan pitched again, I believe, on Saturday night. Got 4 outs, an inning, and a third. He seems like he's very close to returning to the Padres bullpen, which will give Craig Stammen another weapon. And we know that Craig Stammen has had, some ups and downs as a rookie manager. But one thing that I think he's done really well all year is manage his bullpen, which is not surprising given his background. The guy has spent a lot of time out there, understands the nuances of what makes a pen successful, and for the most part has delivered on what we expected to be one of, if not the best bullpen in baseball. And now through the middle of August, it lived up to its billing as a terrific bullpen.
I tell you what, man, you hate to let your mind go to this place, but it does. When you watch this bullpen firing on all cylinders, you go, okay, I mean, get in.
Just get them a lead.
Get in. Get them a run or two,
yeah.
And I will take my chances. It stokes the fire in your brain a little bit about, ooh, okay, I've seen this play out before. I've seen a team
watched it happen.
I've seen a team with 2 starters win a World Series with a turbo pen. And I'm watching a team now going, I hope you guys can find a way to scratch and claw your way in. Can you hit enough? That's another story, but they're just awesome. Now, again, there's going to be more attrition on those guys because there's still several games to go that they have to get through. If we're a week out, Ben, and we're a game out, and these guys are hitting like this, and the bullpen is looking this sharp, I'm a little bit more excited. But there's going to be more attrition. There's going to be games that don't go your way. But can you get in and with the off days built in? Anything can happen.
Jason Adams, still not throwing, but they do expect him to return in September sometime. So there could also be additions as well as attrition. But I do think one thing that Stammen has done a good job of, these guys who come back from rehab and injuries, like Jeremiah Estrada, not going to be perfect. There's going to be some rust.
Yep.
And you got to find the right spots for him. You got to be careful. Like, you watch him closely and go, okay, we don't quite have the command today. Let's get to our high-leverage guy like Adrian Morejon out there, but then go right back to him yesterday, and he comes through and looks really, really good. Probably going to see a similar, with David Morgan when he comes back. Find maybe a low-leverage spot, then a high-leverage spot, but keep a close eye on him and, try to work him back into where he was when he was throwing really well earlier in the season.
Yeah, and, who knows what that corresponding move will be. My guess, maybe a Griffin Canning at that point. I have no idea. But, yeah, I think, and even Canning is is valuable in that if you get down big early, you got to have a guy that can go out there and pound those innings for you. So right now,
Wandy gave up another run over the weekend. It's pretty much every time out right now.
Guaranteed.
I mean, he was so good earlier in the season that even though he has given up basically a run almost every outing since the start of July, he still has a 3.45 ERA. He was down like 1.6
That's how good he was.
At some point. That's how good he was earlier in the season. I mean, I'd love to see Wandy kind of get it back, but he has definitely been struggling. I don't know what they do with him. I speculated, an injured list stint or something like that. So that's a possibility as well as Canning. So we will see what they do. But I would expect a move either today or tomorrow maybe to see David Morgan return. Meanwhile, starting pitching. Good news. Pretty much no bad news for Joe Musgrove.
Yep.
Went 3 1/3 in his start in El Paso yesterday. Threw 53 pitches, 42 of them strikes. So he was filling up the strike zone. Did give up 6 hits, but only 1 run. Struck out 2, and even most importantly, sitting, 93, 94, even touched 95 on the radar gun. I think an unqualified successful rehab start for Joe Musgrove yesterday for El Paso, which sets him up now for potentially one more rehab start, like the Friday maybe if he goes again on 4 days rest. And it's possible next week we may see Joe Musgrove back in a San Diego Padres uniform if all goes well.
Depends on how today feels, right?
Yeah.
Like if he wakes up this morning and he feels good, it's such a great sign. And again, going to be one of those guys where, he's a starting pitcher, but at this point, man, you take kind of what you can get from Joe Musgrove. I didn't expect much, to be honest, but you take what you can get. If he can get you, if you can do an opener, Ben, again, and move him in there for innings 2 through 5, you take it right now.
Meanwhile, the Nick Pivetta story, I still no real.
Now he spoke.
He did.
Oh, I did not feel any better after hearing that. Yeah, I can pull it up.
Yeah.
Here.
He is not throwing another bullpen, but he has thrown the ball. It's not like the arm is, completely toast. Long toss, and said he's feeling okay, but who knows when he might get back. You'll probably need a bullpen session and then think about another rehab start. But he did give very short and non-revealing comments to the media. Was that on Friday, I believe, when they opened the series against the Houston Astros?
Pulling it up right
Still
now.
pulling it up. But, and Nick has not wanted to speak at all, really, about this rehab process and the injury. Did not want to address the contract stipulation where he's got that August 22nd deadline where his player option converts to a team option.
Just 12 days away.
Yeah, and there's almost no chance that you'll see him back now in 12 days given where he is in his rehab process. But here was Nick Pivetta from Friday.
First two guys felt really good, strong, healthy. Threw a couple pitches, continued to kind of feel the same type of sensation. And then I just kind of got to a point where I didn't really want to pitch anymore, and I just kind of walked off the mound.
What were you feeling?
It's weird.
It just didn't feel right. I didn't really want to push it. Felt like, if I just came off, that I kind of regroup, kind of see how I feel the next day and kind of move forward. And, woke up the next morning feeling generally good. Last couple of days have been good. Thrown, played catch a couple times, stretched out to about 120, 150 feet today. And that felt good. So just kind of living it day by day and seeing how things go.
After you walked off the mound, you go into the dugout. How long were you there, and what were you feeling that sort of compelled you to then go and throw some more, it sounds like?
Yeah, I just feel like I took some time, went through my evaluation. Nothing really sparked anything for me that kind of created the same thing, so we just decided to go throw some balls into the wall and see how it turned out. Was able to throw about 10 to 15 good fastballs at a good clip as best I could with no cleats on. And then I threw a couple curveballs and one sweeper and wasn't able to recreate any same sensation or any feeling. So take it for what it is and how I'm feeling day to day and just kind of move forward.
Were you nervous at all when you decided you were going to try to resume throwing after what you'd experienced walking off the mound?
I don't know. I think for me, I just kind of focus on a day-to-day aspect, and what my goals are is to help contribute with my teammates and play baseball again. So I think anytime I'm able to wake up in the morning, feel good, go out and throw is a good day, and just kind of move forward in that general direction.
All right, I think kind of got the gist, and that was from last Tuesday when he walked off the mound in Lake Elsinore. Did throw, but without cleats, like into a wall, threw hard. I still don't totally understand it, Woods.
I kind of like this move of just being like, all right.
Woods?
Like, hey, we're not done.
Woods, we're not done.
We're not done.
Not done with the show yet.
You got more to do.
I didn't want to broadcast anymore. I just didn't feel like broadcasting anymore, so I walked out of the studio. And that was that. That was the end of the day for me.
Very strange.
Very strange cat, man. Very strange cat. You can't help but think that deadline is looming over his head. It's the difference in a lot of money, right? What did we come to the conclusion that it actually would be for him?
I think it's like $32 million that he can lock himself into.
Right.
I'd say that's a substantial amount of money for a player.
Now, even if he doesn't opt in, the Padres could still opt him in for next season.
Right.
Depends on where they think he is in terms of long-term health. They need pitching next year, and Nick Pivetta at $14 million on a team option is not bad for Nick Pivetta and could be the best option out there for the San Diego Padres as they look to fill out a pitching rotation for 2027. So
it's either 32 or 14.
With another team, I don't know exactly how the 2028 option would work if they have to lock it in for 2 years in a row. But if it was 14 and 14, I mean, we're talking about $4 million, which is not a huge difference, but it may still end up being fine for Nick Pivetta, or he could end up hitting the free agency as damaged merchandise, which I think is what it would be the worst case scenario for Nick. He doesn't come back this year. Padres decide, all right, we can't risk it, and then he hits free agency after a really great 2025 as damaged merchandise in 2026 and never really gets to cash in on his good season. If I'm his agent, that's my worry. Like, Right, you get one really great shot here at free agency, and it could all go up in smoke if we don't get healthy at the right time. So I'm sure that's part of the equation here.
Well, Bill says it's unprofessional behavior. I think, at the end of the day, man, you get out there and Bill, you watched him pitch. He's a real competitor. Like, there's no question. They overuse the term dog in baseball a lot, but he's a dog. He's a dude. He's all of those things. And when something doesn't feel right I think he was panicked and I think he was pissed and he walked off the mound. I don't really think he was feeling great and didn't feel like pitching that day. I think it freaks you out, man. When you're out there and you feel something, you're like, oh God. And he's like, I'm shutting this down. But in fact, he didn't shut it down. I don't know, man. The whole thing is odd.
Well,
it's
and
weird.
then you start thinking, though, but if I shut it down now, they're not going to let me keep pitching.
Correct.
Which means I'm never going to make it.
Never going to make my thing
back in time to keep my contract going. So if I feel okay, maybe I need to throw some more to show them that I'm okay so I can stay on track. That's where my head goes with all of this.
Yeah.
He's got that normal hesitancy, like, is it okay, is it not okay? But this extra drive to try to get back, both for the team and, for his own personal contract situation.
Yeah, I mean, look, the only other opportunity or option he would have had in that moment when it felt funky was just to stand there on the mound and wave the trainers out. So I really don't care either way what he did. It certainly instilled a lot of panic into Padres fans that really want to see Nick Pivetta back and healthy. I would do anything to get Nick Pivetta back. Wouldn't you guys, for this rotation? I mean, he'd be huge for this rotation. So I just don't know. We obviously don't know the whole story. My guess is he was, as someone said in the chat, probably encouraged to talk to the media. He didn't want to, because what he didn't want to do was the everyday. So how's it feeling today?
Right.
It's fine. How's it feeling today? It's a little tight. How's it feeling today? Whatever. We'd had this conversation yesterday, so I understand that and respect that. But I think he was probably highly encouraged. Hey, you may want to get out in front of this a little bit right now, so that all the speculation from Ben Higgins in particular stops.
Right. And I think Nick probably looks at, and Joe Musgrove is so the opposite.
Correct.
With the constant
He's so
updates.
forthcoming.
And Joe, I think, told Kevin Acee, it was in one of the newsletters, like, he almost feels like talking to the media as a form of therapy where he can talk out his own feelings and really kind of work it out. So he like shares way more than he needs to. And Nick's the exact opposite. But since they're both going through this rehab at the same time, we are clearly comparing Joe to Nick at every stage. And Nick is going like, this is the worst possible person I can be compared to right now. Right. He is, he'll do a 12-minute discourse on his injury for 7 different people every day. And I don't really want to get into this, but now I'm looking kind of like a sullen, like, closed off guy in comparison, where he's not. Nick is he's a good guy. And as you said, he's a competitor. He is not unprofessional by any stretch of the imagination. He just wants to be a little more discreet and, personal about his rehab, which is fine. It just, when compared to Joe, it's a very different look.
Yeah, for sure. So Pivetta is you and Joe is me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly right.
All right, let's take a time out. We will come back with Don't Do This is next.
Man, I don't know if this is a don't or a do this, but there was some flagship audio that happened up in San Francisco on Friday that was happened right after we left. It was outstanding. Play that for you next.
That's coming up. And then Craig Elsten at the bottom of the hour, broadcasting live from our Bill House studios. We Know How. Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3. The Fan. First, though, another week means another opportunity to get your retirement house in order. As a baseball fan, the best teams don't wait until the end of the season to make adjustments. If you are looking at retirement, whether it's 10, 15, 20 years away, now is the time to maybe make some changes. So, they have time to take effect. That mindset does matter in retirement, and that's where Trajan Wealth can help. TRAJANwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors work with you to review your current investments and retirement strategy, helping identify risks, inefficiencies, or opportunities you may be missing, especially in today's unpredictable market. Sometimes it's not starting over. It's just making some smart adjustments. Trajan Wealth has offices, Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Escondido. They work with people who want some clarity instead of just guessing on your retirement. So start with a phone call, 1-855-TRAJAN1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN1. Or just go online and review some stuff at TRAJANwealth.com. Trajan Wealth, Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth LLC. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Don't Do This, brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Let's enjoy today's edition of DDT, Woods.
I enjoyed this very much. I think Adam actually sent this over to us yesterday. See, Adam, we love your ideas. We take your ideas all the time. This is pretty incredible. There was
one out of every 25 ideas.
Yeah, we enjoy.
We take it.
There's Brazilian soccer club, football club, Coritiba. Their center back, last name JC, scored a goal and got the ball back.
Thought he scored a goal.
Well, in his mind, at this moment, I scored a goal. Took the ball, shoved it up under his T-shirt or his jersey, like he was pregnant guy running.
Right.
This is crazy.
He runs. They have the boards around
the electronic
advertising
boards around the pitch.
So he is so excited, he jumps over the boards. He's so excited, thinking he's going to land on just more grass. He didn't. He landed down the middle of a giant hole.
A big pit.
And fell into this big, giant... Whoop, there he goes. I mean, the panic when he jumps and he looks down and he's like, that's a hole. I jumped into the number one wrong spot to jump into.
Probably no idea how deep it is.
Right.
No
idea.
You can't see it over the boards. It's like
it's
the
like a trap
Coliseum
door
where they keep the lions underneath.
Yes,
They have
yes.
stairs down.
He disappears.
Like in the
looks
middle
like
of the field.
Yeah, it looks like a movie or something, like a television show.
Like a cartoon, somebody said. Purple said. Yeah.
It's like he looks like Mario. He's jumping down into the tunnel.
He disappears.
Womp, womp, womp.
He literally he jumps and he disappears.
Oh
and
my
I
God,
mean,
dude.
he could have been
What are we doing?
seriously.
I
hurt.
watched this 20 times this weekend, and I could not figure out who thought that was a good idea.
The trap door.
Anywhere else around the field, he would have been fine.
And he picked the worst spot.
The one spot you cannot jump over the.
He's not the only guy to do it, though. There was another guy that did it years ago.
Oh my God!
By the way, they took the goal away. VAR said no goal. So he did
Insult
all that
to injury.
Now they ended up winning the game, so he was pleased. And he said, "I'm fine. A little embarrassed. Hurt my ankle a little bit, but I'll be fine." It was hysterical to say the least, but not the place you want to jump. Also, let's close the trap doors. Let's just in general, if we have if we have a trap door, let's close it.
Is that how they get to the locker room? I don't even know. I
have no idea.
Not sure.
It's so good, man.
Building code violation.
There's really no. I can't think of why they would have that.
Well,
there.
I can think of why they have it.
Why it would be open like that.
Why it would be open.
Maybe that's the only way to get to the like the bowels of the stadium.
Yeah.
Like they don't have a side.
Sure,
tunnel
I'm
that
sure
goes
they have
down,
ways
so you
for
just
like concerts or whatever. They got to get under there. I don't know, but that was so crazy.
It was great.
All right, Chris Sale of the Atlanta Braves, very good pitcher, had a bit of a rough weekend. Pitching against the New York Yankees on Saturday. Fifth inning, Braves are up 2-1, but he gives up an RBI triple to Spencer Jones. So it's 2-2. He strikes out Jose Caballero, who is the next batter. He had declared, because there was a runner on third, that he was going to switch back to his windup rather than pitch from the stretch. But then when the following batter came up, I believe it was Austin Wells, he started on his windup again, and the umpire, Menzel, said balk. And Spencer Jones was allowed to come home and score the go-ahead run. Chris Sale lost his mind going, I told you I was pitching from the windup. It was only the third balk of his career. Menzel, the umpire, explained after the game, you have to do it every batter. When there's a runner at third base, you have to declare windup every single time. You did it on the first batter. You didn't do it on the second batter. So he argued. He ended up staying in the game, but the manager, Walt Weiss, was ejected.
Got run, yep.
Now, yesterday, Chris Sale, before the game, happened to run into Dan Menzel, the umpire, and started chirping at him again, and he got ejected yesterday before the Atlanta Braves 2-1 win over the New York Yankees.
That's a power
The umpires
move.
have been on the field for about 8 feet.
Yeah.
And they're walking past the Braves dugout, and Sale obviously said something, just turns and ejected.
You're out.
I mean, getting ejected before a game is kind of a DDT.
Genius.
I feel
Am I
like once
pitching
you've
today?
declared
I'm not?
I
Cool.
feel like once you've declared it once, you should be good to go. Like unless you declare back, I'm going to the stretch, you're just assumed to be in the windup until further notice. It's a weird rule in my mind.
I was always under the understanding, and I don't know how far the levels go, how far up you have to declare what you're going to do. But anytime I had anybody second and third, I went from the windup. Anybody had somebody at third, I went from the windup most of the time. And now you have to
second stretch.
First and second stretch, and you have to tell them, I'm going from this. And he's a veteran. It's not like he's a rookie. He knows that rule.
I saw people say, you just have to know the rules. You're a pitcher in Major League Baseball. I did see someone point out, not every rule always gets enforced in baseball.
That's the thing.
Did you see that too?
That's the
thing. Did you know there's a rule, a written rule in baseball that you are not allowed to fraternize while wearing your uniform with players on the other team, even before the game?
What?
So if you go and chat,
against
we see
the rule?
every single time, Manny goes over and chats
big hugs
with
with everybody. Yeah,
that is against the rules of Major League Baseball.
What's the penalty?
I don't know. No one ever enforces it. But there are rules that don't get enforced by umpires and others that do.
Did somebody dupe you on Twitter with that rule or something? Did you really look?
No fraternization.
That can't be.
I'm going to need to look into that.
Our whole team would be suspended.
I know.
Every day. Yeah.
But so would every team.
Yeah.
Every team does it.
That's fantastic.
I was watching that video of Sale getting tossed, and I was trying to just think of what could he have said. Hey, do I need to declare where I'm standing in the dugout or what?
Is that what? Yeah.
No, I don't. I have no idea. I'm just guessing. What did he say?
I mean, who cares? That's great. Good.
Rule
Send me home.
Yeah.
Rule 4.06. Players in uniform shall not address or mingle with spectators nor sit in the stands before, during, or after a game.
Okay.
No manager, coach, or player shall address any spectator before or during a game. Players of opposing teams shall not fraternize at any time while in uniform.
Wow.
So you can't go and sign an autograph with a fan. That's actually against the rules before a game.
Yeah.
What Ken Caminetti did and went and sat next to the guy in
That's definitely
spring
against
training,
the rules.
definitely against the rules. Probably for good reason.
Nobody was
actually.
arguing that one.
But no, that's 4.06. No fraternization.
Who wants to be the next Hardo manager, the Billy Martin, with the pine tar, and be like,
the book.
"Hey, man, here's the book. Do you see?" But then one of your own guys gets in trouble, right? Because obviously one of your guys has to be doing it as well. That's pretty interesting. I wonder when the last time that was enforced, and I wonder what the punishment actually is. Is it ejection? Who knows?
Yeah.
Let's do some doo-doo this.
DD Mega Doo-Doo.
So you guys may remember 3 weeks ago, KNBR, flagship radio station for the San Francisco Giants, they had a little hot mic incident right after talking to Buster Posey, president of Baseball Ops, where one of the producers, I guess they have many producers there, but one of them was heard on a hot mic saying, "Posey sucks, man." And obviously it got out. People tweeted it. It lived until they were able to. They have deleted all digital
Ben
traces.
Sucks, man.
Ben sucks, man.
That was one of our other producers.
So they had Posey sucks, man, and it'd been a while since he'd been on. So he decided he needed to come back on and talk to the guys, and this happened on Friday.
This was at the end of the interview.
The end of the interview.
Buster, we always appreciate your time. Appreciate you breaking down all of these trades from this past week's trade deadline. Busy week for you, and I know it's a busy weekend, so enjoy the Wall of Fame ceremony, and we'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good, guys. Hey, make sure the mics aren't hot before you talk trash about me.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
We'll make sure the behind-the-scenes boys don't press any hot mics. Appreciate you. Love you, Buster. Thank you, man.
God.
Thank you,
Buster.
Thank you. Buster Posey with the mic drop. Yeah, his mic was hot for that one.
I can picture
Who's that?
putting myself in those guys' shoes.
Hey,
and
man,
going, all right, we got through this interview.
Yeah.
I'm finally breathing a sigh of relief. Good luck, Buster. It's great to have you on again. Thank you so much for joining us here on KNBR. And I got through it. And
I
then
did it.
Buster
Hey, man.
comes from the top rope on the last comment.
You're expecting, no problem. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks,
And that's all you're expecting. And then you just hear.
Sounds good, guys. Hey, make sure the mics aren't hot before you
And then listen to the awkward laughing by them.
talk trash about me.
Yeah. We'll make sure the behind-the-scenes boys don't press any hot mics. Appreciate you. Love you, Buster.
I appreciate you. Love you, man. Remember when our general manager yelled at Ben for the trade deadline in which he got Mason Miller?
Yeah, that's true.
Do you remember that morning?
Yes, I do. Yes.
I tuned in to, I don't know, just catch your excitement. And I am. I'm very excited.
At least that didn't
sounds
fester
like it.
for like weeks and weeks like this one did before Buster came back on.
He's not a AJ's not a
no, he's not.
festerer.
He's not. He had a lot of TV time yesterday, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It was great.
That is Don't.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's Don't and Do this for a Monday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, when we come back, we will talk more Padres and a little SDFC after their win last night. Sold-out crowd at Snapdragon Stadium, 1-0 over Tijuana. Craig Elsten will join us coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, played at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
You'll never hear us on a hot mic saying 7 Mile sucks, man.
No.
You'll never, ever hear that because it doesn't.
It does. It's fantastic.
Definitely does not.
Hope you made it out there over the weekend. Maybe tried their great brunch on Saturdays and Sundays at Sammy's and 7 Mile. But if you haven't, make this week the time that you head down and play some cards at San Diego's best, most upscale, and just comfortable, easy to get to card room.
That's right, man. Just 7 minutes from downtown, 7 minutes from Petco Park. Maybe pregame, postgame could be a good place to go. Maybe if you couldn't score tickets to the game, go down, play some California-style blackjack, some Texas Hold'em, some Pai Gow, or some Baccarat.
It is open 24/7. I know it's Monday morning at 7:30, but there are people who are getting off overnight shifts. You want a place to unwind, relax. 7 Mile Casino can be your 24/7 option in a city that doesn't have a lot of 24/7 options. Let's be honest about that. Always have a good time. They treat their players well. They're high-limit players. You can get 35% off any food in their 24/7 players menu while you're at the tables at 7 Mile Casino. Check it out this week. 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
He just, here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's going to hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee
It's going to in a second.
right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
I didn't realize we were picking some new music for the show during the.
We're not. I am.
Yes, I know. I have pretty much zero musical authority when it comes to, our show.
Yeah. I liked your idea, though.
I picked like 4 songs in our entire show's history.
Correct.
I got our Tuesday opens for a while when we had
one
Jukebox Hero.
Yeah,
that was a
Hero.
Ben pick.
Yeah. It's a long intro.
It was.
Yeah. It's good, though.
Yeah, but Paulie said we're replacing some music.
Yeah.
And he said, I need
Freshen it up.
32 new songs. And Wood says, I got 31. And I go, ooh, can I pick the
Yes.
32nd? And then
That's
Wood
right.
says, go. And I go, I froze.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to say.
Yeah. He got one in, a little Duran Duran.
Yeah.
Today is National, no kidding, it's Duran Duran Appreciation Day. We do appreciate Duran Duran on this show.
I mean, every day should be Duran Duran
Agreed.
Appreciation
Always
Day.
appreciate some Duran Duran.
Every day.
Let's appreciate some Craig Elsten as we go out to our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking. It is better. Talk some Padres with the host of our, of course, Padres Hot Tub podcast, as well as the Chromaniacs podcast. I know I needed it for a second there. And a good win for SDFC last night. Craig, I know it doesn't mean much in the big scheme of things for the League's Cup, as you almost certainly need to go 3-0 to advance. And they already lost, of course, down in Mexico City last week to Club America. But still, Tijuana played their best player, Mora, who was in the World Cup. And SDFC got a goal from young Brian Zamblay and got a win. And it was a nice atmosphere last night as well. Good morning, Craig.
Good morning, my friend. It's great to be here. Great to hear that it's Duran Duran Appreciation Day on August 10th.
That's right.
Okay.
Yep, that's just what they tell us.
What did they do on August 10th specifically?
I have no idea. I have no idea why today of all days is Duran Duran Appreciation Day, but it certainly is, and I'll be appreciating it later as soon as I leave here privately.
Okay.
Yeah.
And please celebrate in any manner that you feel comfortable.
That's right.
I understand. Well, last week it was tough for SDFC because they had to cross the Rio to play Club America, and they got crushed. But
nice.
Last night, hungry like the wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Just destroying things. No, it was good to see Zamblay start and score and be a little bit frisky. Dreyer had a little bit better game, had a goal taken off on a VAR penalty that at least the announcers thought was kind of skeevy in terms of the way it was ruled out. So it could have been 2-0. Huge sellout crowd because of Cholos fans who wanted to see their team north of the border. Leagues Cup is like a half step above the friendlies that they play. There's really very little to Leagues Cup. I mean, I guess technically SDFC might, if they beat Puebla by a certain number of goals on Wednesday, have a chance to advance in the tournament, but I think they pretty much don't. So, I think it was just a nice level set. As you guys probably know, or maybe not, but I'm just not a fan of Leagues Cup at all. I think it's an artificial tournament. And I think throwing a second obligation into this stretch run of MLS play is really tough for a young team like San Diego FC that doesn't have a second team that they can call up to play in matches like this. Playing Zamblé, though, is about that. He's kind of like your last ranked forward, your youngest guy, and to have him in there, that was encouraging. I think Wednesday is the same thing. I'd love to see them maybe get a Shuri in for 15, 20 minutes if they can get the paperwork solved between here and there. But really, all eyes have to be on Saturday at LAFC. That's, to me, when the season restarts for real.
Craig, what were your thoughts on the finally kind of the culmination of the Chucky Lozano drama? Now it'll pick back up on October 17th. Yep, it's going to pick back up. Of course, that's going to be up in Carson, SDFC, taking on the LA Galaxy with their new loaned player, Chucky Lozano.
Yeah, and August 29th, Galaxy is here. So actually,
even before then, holy cow.
Yeah. Yeah, they
mama.
moved him to Galaxy so that they could see him 3 weeks later play at Snapdragon, which he will be able to do under the MLS loan rules. So let me give you two takes to this. The first one, which I shared on the Cromaniacs on Thursday night as well. I think you have to give both Tyler Heaps and Mikey Varas points for the courage of their convictions, because they truly, truly believe that this team is worse off with Chucky, that they are better off without Chucky, and they are now doubling that down to a new statement, which is we are better off facing Chucky than we are not facing Chucky. We are better off as a franchise to put him into our conference, into our region, into a roster of a team that is directly playing against us. They're in 12th, we're in 13th, to try and get into that top 9 and get into the playoffs. So it is a very bold statement by SDFC to say, we literally think so little of this guy that we want him to be on one of our rivals as opposed to being on our roster or being put away on a side field.
Wow.
So that's part one. Part two is this is essentially worst case scenario for San Diego FC, because the problem hasn't ended. He's on loan to the Galaxy. He can snap back to SDFC at the end of the season. And based on what my Cromaniacs co-host Alex Pena has researched in terms of the Galaxy's situation with the general allocated money, they're like $1 million underwater for next year. They probably don't have the resources to continue a loan for Chucky next year, and they probably don't have the resources to buy him from San Diego directly. So what this is a 2-month loan, 3-month loan, where Chucky Lozano gets 2 chances to beat San Diego FC. And I can't even imagine wanting to put him in your way when you're a team that's struggling to make the playoffs. And then, more importantly, SDFC does not have control of that third designated player slot. They do not have the ability to bring in another world-class player. They are still tied to Lozano. And come December, we might be doing this all over again with Chucky back at Singing Hills, with Tyler still saying he's not a part of our plans and begging another team to take him off their hands. Best case scenario, I guess, is that Chucky plays well enough in LA that he rediscovers his love of soccer, or the Galaxy really want to buy him. But if that happens, probably SDFC isn't making the playoffs and Galaxy is. So pretty much the worst thing you could do is this. And
that sounds terrible.
Done it.
That sounds
terrible. We don't even know how much money they're actually saving. They're presumably still paying a bunch of Chucky's salary for this. How would we feel about baseball adding loan rules? Like long-term contract guys, we don't want to trade you, but like the Rockies could go, but we'll loan you Hunter Goodman for the next 2 months to play catcher for you down the stretch, and then we get him back next year because it's just a loan. I mean, that's weird how soccer does that, but I mean, that would be a way to get better players into like playoff races.
Mike Trout.
Mike Trout. Like you don't have to go there permanently, but just loan you for 2 months somewhere else.
If we're gonna lose to a lockout, can we throw this into the mix too? I love
it. Was absolutely incredible. I would. There's a couple guys, a couple starting pitchers I wouldn't mind grabbing and throwing in the old Padres arm barn. Certainly, Craig. Pretty great series this weekend, though, man. Got to say that was good baseball. Didn't really know what to expect, and then after Robbie Ray kind of clunked through Friday night, the boys came back and played really nice to win that series.
Yeah, they sure did. And the last time that, of course, you and was a couple of hours or a handful of hours made their 2 trades. So, Ben, you and I talked about like a quarter century ago, right?
We're going to can we get Craig on the phone? We're just getting a little internet choppiness with his feed. I wasn't sure exactly where he was going there. I'm trying to remember from a quarter century ago what direction he was taking.
You guys were on Robbie Ray that early.
I don't think we were on Robbie Ray a quarter century ago.
He was like 3, 4 years old.
But, we're going to try to get Craig back.
I think we can hear him. If we
All right, we got audio back for you, Craig. Let's see if we can get you going. All right.
Okay.
A quarter century ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Nope, that's not going to work. Sorry, Craig. Hang on. I'm going to call you one sec.
Right. Phone call incoming as we continue with Craig Elsten. All guests on Ben and Woods gear on our SDCCU fan hotline. Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. When all else fails, read a couple of the sponsors to kill a little time.
Exactly
read
right.
one more.
As Paulie, read one more. Baseball coverage on 97.3 The Fan is presented by Xfinity. Score the most reliable Wi-Fi, one price, 5 years guaranteed. Xfinity. Imagine that. I am totally out of sponsor reads. Oh, and we've got Craig Elsten back. Thank you very much. All right, there we go.
You got me back, buddy. I don't know what that was. A quarter century ago, when we used to talk about trades, I always said the same thing every time, right? Which was, tell me any trade, but just tell me who we got and who we got back. Who we gave up, who we got back. So I'm willing to entertain any deal if the price is right. I thought the prices were pretty much right, especially for Robbie Ray. I would have loved to have gotten through that deadline without trading Cash Mayfield. I understand why you have to do it. To do it for a rental is so difficult, and to see one of the 9 or 10 starts that Casey Mize is going to have, blow up, not ideal, but you certainly understand the theory why they did it. I think at the same time, though, guys, you did see when Ray and Mize are bad, why I was saying, maybe the Padres are on to something with this pitching chaos theory, mostly because it's taking some of the responsibility off the hurlers themselves and saying, we know what your lane is, we know where you need to go.
Yeah.
So one of the things I was happiest about this week was seeing Walker Buehler get the 18 batter and you're out of there, Randy Vasquez get the 18 batters and you're out of there treatment, because that is the right way to do it. You need to win all of these games. You need to be competitive to win all of these games down the stretch. You're obviously not going to win them all, but you need to be in a position to be competitive to win them all. So you cannot be precious about anybody, and that includes Mize and Ray and Joe Musgrove coming back. You can't be precious about anybody saying he's the man, he's got to be in there, he's going to see the lineup a third or a fourth time. That's not the staff the Padres have built. They've built an incredibly versatile staff that when you put people in their lanes, it's actually quite successful. But I think the moves for Ray and Mize raised the floor and took innings away from Germán Marquez and Griffin Canning, and I think that's really important to the Padres playoff push.
Yeah, it's a good thing. I was watching yesterday, Torey Lovullo leaving Eduardo Rodriguez in to face the Dodgers, and he had thrown 111 pitches, I think, at the time, and then up to the plate, up 2 runs, strides Shohei Ohtani. And everyone's like, oh, lefty. And Torey stuck with him, man, and got Ohtani to ground out. And it's like, yeah, but we don't have that guy. So everyone that complains when Randy Vasquez gets pulled after 67 pitches, we're not built that way. We are built this way. And I think we've all said for years, Craig, like, knowing who you are as the San Diego Padres is a big part of how you win baseball games. And don't try to be something that you're not. And I feel like for the first time in a while, they're kind of doing that.
I agree. And honestly, for a first year that's had ups and downs, right now I'm very, very high on Craig Stammen.
Yeah.
I feel like he's one of the few managers I've seen this century that is just so adaptable. He is very willing to consider new strategies, and he's willing to implement them. And I really think he's got his finger on the pitching staff. And more importantly, I know we've talked about it many times, but like the willingness to bat Xander Bogaerts eighth.
Yes, it's huge.
I think that is gigantic for this
massive.
team because he can't hurt you down there. He's playing good shortstop. He's delivering the defense you want. And if he's down there in the 8th spot, sometimes getting on, sometimes not, fine. Fine. It's an overpriced defensive shortstop, but it's fine. When he's hitting 3rd, 4th, 5th, he's killing rallies. He is killing your offense. He's ruining your runners in scoring position. So huge. I just think Stammen has shown that flexibility. He's shown that ability to adapt, and that's what's got me really excited if he wants to keep doing it for his future as a manager.
I remember in spring training someone saying that there probably was going to be some hiccups and some learning curve for Craig Stammen, and then as the season went on, hopefully he'd start locking in as manager. Oh, yeah, that was Craig Stammen who said that to us during spring training, that it wasn't going to be perfect right away, but he has, Craig, I think you're right. He's gotten better as manager. Now, you can still say Padres shouldn't have hired a manager who needed a runway to get going because the Padres could have cost themselves a lot in that first half of the season as everyone was trying to get going. But
they might have. They might still.
But they might still. But they have seemed to have figured it out in many ways. I mean, coaching-wise as well with Steven Sousa Jr. I mean, the offense seems to have gotten better with certainly the adjustments Jackson Merrill in particular has made.
Big test.
Huge.
Big test this week.
Yeah.
Huge
for
test.
sure. Yeah.
So to this point, you're absolutely right. The adaptability, the willingness, and the whatever communication skills you have to be able to go to Xander Bogaerts and say, guess what? You're not in the 2. You're not in the 3. You're not even in the 5. You're in the 8. And it speaks volumes, I think, to both of those guys being willing to accept it and do what the team needs.
Yeah, credit to Xander for
we
haven't heard peep out of him.
We haven't seen much of that.
And
man.
Xander's not one to hold back,
Right.
sometimes as well when something's bothering him. So, Craig, hey, good comments today, good insight, and we appreciate your time. We're out of time, but we'll talk to you next Monday.
Looking forward to it, fellas. Have a great week.
All right, there he is, Craig Elsten. You can check out the Padres Hot Tub and Chromaniacs podcasts as well for more Padres and SDFC coverage.
We need some opinions from you guys.
I need an
next.
opinion from you guys.
Okay,
as
good.
well,
Perfect.
Because I did get the haircut on Friday after the show. Why do you give me that look? What's wrong with it this time? Great. All right, we'll be back.
We were just hoping you didn't bring it up.
Two more hours of Ben and Woods coming up next on 97.3 The Fan.
right, we're halfway home on a Victory Monday, a series Victory Monday. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Great to be here with you. I'm Woodsy, it's Paul Reindl, executive producer, and the chairman, Benjamin R. Higgins.
I
Let me see it. Don't put your headphones
I
on.
specifically I got a haircut Friday morning right after the show.
Yep.
And I said, I would like the not Chairman Mao cut.
It's better.
Anything but the Chairman Mao. And I sat in the barber chair, and Juan cut my hair, as he always does. And he showed, and I never do this. You know, they do then at the mirror at the end. The two, you know, look in the back. Yeah. How's it look? Look in the front. Says, you good? And I go, can we take even more off just the top corners here to really...
And you know, when you're sitting getting a haircut, you're ready to get the
I know. I wanted to get out of there on a Friday, especially.
Yes.
I was ready to go, but I said just a little bit more, if you would, please.
Off the sides.
Off the side.
Sides look good.
Okay.
Here's
so
my issue.
What's wrong?
What do you use in it? My guess is that it's 69-cent LA Looks
I
gel.
use the styling cream from Paul Mitchell. I believe it's the M brand with the yellow. It's real stuff. I mean, I pay like $20 for a little tiny tub of it. So it's not the Costco.
It looks very
version.
gelled to me. You
I
see what I'm
gelled it
saying?
This morning. Yeah,
With
I mean,
what,
I
though?
don't mind the gelled look.
That's your problem.
I think that's what's doing.
I think that's your problem.
Less of it. It looks
Less
really bad though.
gelled.
If it gets frizzy,
No,
it
it's
looks
not going to
bad.
get frizzy.
So I need a different product. You're saying
You don't have to lie to us. Wait, I know you use LA Looks.
The
I know. I can
slimy
smell it. Yeah, I
gel
can see it.
that we all used in 1999.
Where your hair was just
slick.
It's crisp.
Should I go with just full pomade?
I use more
like
clay.
I use a clay.
Shaping clay.
Shaping clay. Yeah.
I've never heard of shaping clay.
Shaping clay is
It's a little drier.
You put it in,
and
it
it's
gets better texture.
It's a dry finish, a dry matte finish.
Yours looks shiny. You don't want it to look shiny.
I mean, it's not like a gel. It's a cream.
It's jelly. It
Too
looks
jelly.
too shiny. That's what I'm saying.
Shiny.
Yeah.
Okay.
You put mousse in there?
No, but I've been doing just the conditioner with no shampooing. I think I've only shampooed once in the last week. You told me to less washing, more conditioning.
Yeah, more conditioning.
I've been going with that to see if it would make a difference.
Yeah, look for a matte finish. That's exactly right. You want it kind of matted. Not matted
No,
down.
not matted down.
Not matted down.
Like
M-A-T-T-E.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
I'll send you a few that I've used in the past.
Yeah, I've got a couple I like as well. Little pricier.
Yeah, it's gonna be like, hey, talking maybe $30 to $50.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna have to.
Do not wear mousse instead, K-Laws. Mousse makes your hair crispy and shiny. You don't want crispy.
No crisp.
No crisp. You don't want any crisp in your hair at all.
Little texture, though.
You want some texture. Yeah, that's what we need.
It's crispiness. It's a texture.
No. Well, yes, crispiness is a texture of food, but
not hair. Though.
I think.
All right.
Paulie and I got you dialed. I got one that I really like. It's called Statement, but there's no vowels.
Oh,
so it's just Statement. Yeah, it's
I
just
use
Statement.
Hans de Foucault. At least I hope it's de Foucault.
That sounds dicey.
F-U-K-O.
Okay.
Hans de Foucault.
There's texture powder as well. Powders.
Powder.
Yeah.
In your hair.
Yeah.
That seems like the last thing you'd want to put in your hair is powder.
No. What you don't want is that gelled look.
It's a crazy world out there, Benjamin.
It is crazy. It's crazy, for sure. I want to ask you guys' opinion on something. We've had some major discussions in our home about this. Did you guys take the bus to school ever?
Oh,
no, I actually never did.
You
Remember,
never took the bus.
First day of school, kindergarten, I got on the bus. I didn't know how to get off.
Obviously,
and I ended up back at the bus yard at the end of the day.
They won.
It's my favorite story. Maybe my favorite story of yours. No, I never rode the bus, but unless I was going to a friend's house, I would ride the bus with them.
To their house.
Yeah. But I always lived close enough where my mom would either pick me up when I was young, and then I was eventually old enough to just walk home.
You've got that issue, though, because your kids had to go to a different school this year.
Correct.
Because of the closure for remodeling of their original school.
Correct. So they're going to be, down the road. But Hannah is way into now. She says, I think they should take the bus. And I vehemently disagreed. Now, I don't want to make her life more difficult. It is much easier to drive them to basically the end of the street.
Yeah.
And you can even wait for them to get on the bus so that you know that they're safe.
Sure.
Right? Like, that's no problem. But then it's what happens on the bus is what's freaking me out a little bit. I was on a bus. I remember the things that went on the bus. It wasn't all great. It wasn't
I
all
always
great.
enjoyed it.
Did you?
Our bus rides were like a party.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I just remember like some hoods on there. I remember some creeps on there.
On the school bus?
School bus.
No.
Yeah, I'm not taking like Greyhounds across the country. But like, so I told, she
Those
goes,
big tall back chairs,
and she goes, well, I
turn
can
around and hang on them.
Also, like, how do I know that driver's hasn't been up for 4 days on meth? You know what I mean? For real. Like, I'm like, babe, if you have the time to do it, I'll pick them up every day. Every day I will be there. I'll be waiting for both of them because it's cool. They're starting the same school tomorrow. Taylor's starting kindergarten tomorrow. Bo's starting third grade, which is crazy to wrap your head around that idea that dude's going into third grade tomorrow and Taylor's finally going to be a kindergartner. But I'm like, I don't want to put their lives in someone else's hands if we don't have to.
I'm
If you have to, you have to.
worried about the safety. Although, do they have like seatbelts on
I don't
school
know.
buses?
We never did.
I know they didn't when I was
Bro, there were
growing up.
fights. Yeah, there were fights on the bus. There's cigarettes on the bus.
buses are you on?
I remember there was the nice bus drivers, and then there were the mean bus drivers. And
I
they
kind
would
of want
get-
a mean one.
They would get over the intercom and like settle down,
Settle
back
down,
there. They
yeah.
were like they were mad.
Sit your ass
Yeah,
down.
they were. I remember that was a little dicey. My only advice to you here, if you're going to do the bus, and you may want to do the bus, you've got to start right away. You can't
you can't
take
ease
them
it
for
in.
a
No.
week and then all of a sudden put them on a bus, and all the other kids have already been doing it, and now they're the new kids on the bus. You do not want to be the new kid on the bus.
No.
So you have to either start it right away. I mean, you can take them first day, obviously, but like second day, and then we're doing it. And then you can always decide later, I'm not going, bus isn't going. We can always pick them up. But if you start by taking them to school every day, they're not transitioning to the bus in a couple of weeks when you decide, you know what, this is kind of a pain, or Hannah's got things going in the morning and needs to get them on the bus. I mean, could you take on the way to school in the bus?
That's
and
what
you
I
pick them
said.
up in the
That's
afternoon?
what I said.
maybe?
I said
That's-
if you need to take them, it's right down the street from our house, which is great. If you want to take them, make sure they get on. If it makes your life easier, go ahead and do it. But then I will go pick them up every day from school. No, I mean, I'm getting ripped in the chat. Like, oh, let them grow, dude. Your experience has made you better.
I think
Bro,
I loved the bus. Like, I was jealous that I didn't get to go on the bus after school.
For me, the way I look at it is,
if their friends are on the bus, they may want to.
They may
on the
want to,
bus.
but I'm home. Like, that's the thing is, like, I'm home. I can go pick them up. It's one of the best parts of my day is picking my kids up from school. It's kind of selfish, actually. I kind of like it for me.
Like it, honestly.
I think it would be great, though, as well, waiting at the bus stop and seeing them walk off. You will still get a lot of enjoyment out of that.
Yeah, but not as much
and a
as
little extra time in your day. Because when you have to go pick them up, you got to go so early.
I love it.
You got like 20, 30 minutes where you're just sitting in
I
the car.
sit
You
for an
like
hour.
that time too.
I
Exactly.
love it. I do my calls.
I don't know. I never had any
could do
bad
that at home.
experiences with the school buses now that I'm thinking back on it, because I would really only ride it, obviously, with field trips. But then, like, let's call it an early release day, and maybe I was going to a friend's house after school. Like, you knew you were a guest on that bus. Like, the driver knew you're not supposed to be on there. You had to have a permission slip and all of that. We had a couple of bus drivers. I remember there was a woman named April and a guy named Kevin. They were literally two of the coolest adults I knew as a child. Like, they were just so friendly and welcoming on the bus. Like, we had no problems. Like, trading Pokemon cards and stuff. Like, it was, honestly, I was jealous I didn't get to ride the bus because people were always having a good time. It seemed like a safe way to get home.
My bus rides were people, and now Encinitas is getting ripped in the chat. I'm sorry, do pedophiles not exist in Encinitas? I'm pretty sure they do. I get it. I'm a little bit overprotective, but if I was sitting at home watching TV and something happened to one of my kids when my ass could have been up there picking them up, I don't think I'd ever forgive myself. You know what I mean?
I think the bus is okay though. I think you spend too much time worrying about it. They got to get the bus riders dialed in. There's a lot of kids on that bus.
Okay, yeah, Hannah
they're not
says
by themselves.
It's only the 3 grades on this bus. Bo will be the big kid
That's
on the
good,
bus.
too.
That's really good. I don't need a bunch of 6th graders
and he can
on there.
protect his brother if he needed to.
Again,
you're in good shape there.
I didn't ride the bus regularly, but it did feel like it kind of was like a community on the bus. Like you had the same kids on every stop. Like you knew who was getting off or who was getting on the bus here and there. Like it was pretty dialed in. I think they'll be fine.
You got to be on board though. If they sense that you're hesitant about it, they will look for any excuse to not want to do it. But if they feel like you're excited about it and they're going to enjoy their bus trips, then yeah, I think they will actually have a good time on the bus.
All right. Well, we're going to try it, I think, at least on the way there. I'm picking them up. That's like the best part of my day. So I'm going to pick them up. But it's good to know, like, if I can't or something happens, be like, hey, just get on the bus. Mom will meet you or whatever.
You know, it's not too far, right? You said from your house.
No.
Yeah. So he's got
right
all
down
his,
the street.
All his friends will be on the bus too.
I mean, no, because a lot of his friends don't go to the same school. So he's going to have like one friend on there.
Yeah.
That's weird because since the school was broken up for however long, you've got kids moving to all different schools, right?
Yeah.
Just to even it out among the district.
That's
so
right.
It's lucky that your kids are going to the same school.
Yeah, I'm stoked about that. Like, that's going to be great for drop off and pick up, and because that could be a bit of a nightmare going to two separate places, and I'll get him and you get him, or I'll get both. Is a challenge, but we're right back in it, man. Tomorrow the routine starts again. Shout out to all of the teachers out there. I don't know how you do it. I appreciate you that you do. And again, I only got a couple of wish lists sent to at Ben and Woods. That's where I want you to send them. Send them to
Amazon
at
wish
Ben and
list
Woods.
for teachers who are trying to stock their classrooms for back to school. We will retweet and try to get the word out there for you.
Yeah, please do. Hidalgo says, "Geez, Woods, you got to let him go, dude." I do. I am that, but I'm not. I don't feel comfortable. I just don't feel comfortable in this day and age with all the things I see. I don't trust anybody.
How many times did you threaten to send your kids to military school?
I threaten them once a week. In fact, our buddy Bruffy picked us up from the airport. He owns BTS Limousines. Great company.
Just have him pick your kids up every single day in the limo.
That's a good idea. Car service for them? I'm sure they wouldn't get their ass kicked for that.
That would be a good idea.
But he told me he goes, oh, yeah, my mom was a social worker, so she used to threaten to send me to this center all the time. I go, oh, I do that all the time. I go, what's the name of the center? He told me. So now that's my new bid.
Aren't you supposed to be caring for the kids there, not threatening to send your own kids there?
Yeah, I literally threaten them every day. All right. Pack your stuff. No, let's go. We're taking a drive. Yeah, but so I'm down to let them go. But
it's an empty threat. You won't even let them ride the bus.
I know,
You're not
they
going to
know.
send them off to military.
I don't know, man. The bus was such a bad experience for me growing up. I mean, it's like if I can take my kids out of having a bad experience, I'm going to do that.
The only thing I hated is that my stop was one of the last ones.
Yeah, so you're sitting there rotting the whole time.
And we actually went by my house, but it was on the other side of the street, so I had to
wait.
See it and then wait another 30 minutes as we went all the way down and all the way back the street to get back to my house.
They didn't just let you.
They didn't turn out the stop sign. You were not allowed to cross the street. It was too busy, so you had to wait until they went all the way down the right side of the street. Like 5 more stops, and then 3 more stops coming back, and then finally.
I thought that's why you're supposed to stop both ways.
I was like the second to last stop. Maybe it's different now, but back then you could not get off the bus at any other stop than yours. They were good about that, actually.
Man, that's a nightmare. Like passing it, you're like, come on.
It's right there.
Right there. Let me off.
I want to be home.
Golden Girls is starting. Get inside.
No, I didn't mind the bus. It did feel like a lot of my friends were riding the bus, whether it was the same bus or not. You had to get to the same area of the school after class and line up for your bus. I didn't mind it, but again, I didn't do it regularly. And my mom was working, so it was either walk home or take the bus. So if she was home, I'm sure it would have been different. Like, you are home, you have the schedule. So I do get I get the desire to want to do it, but I don't think it would be bad for him at all.
I'm a little overprotective.
Did the walk thing. It was a hike. I was about almost 2 miles, I think, from our school.
It's gnarly, man.
But I had a couple of friends who did it too, so we did it together. And there were back ways to go. You didn't have to go on the busy streets.
Oh, I took side roads.
But,
Yeah, maybe when they get a little older, that's kind of how I feel. They're little, man. They're still 8 and 5. That's it. For me, it just feels like they went to camps and they went on a couple of bus rides on that. No problem. Part of camp, went down there I think they went to Petco one day, did a tour of Petco at Padres camp, and no problem there. I didn't drive him down there next to the bus. I'll see you guys in the parking lot. I let him go, but I don't know.
I can't imagine it's easy.
But this one now, the fact that he's the oldest, that helps a lot.
Sure.
So maybe we'll
you're going to get faced with more and more of these decisions. You say you're taking a day to go take them to school on their first day. Eventually, there's going to be a day where he goes, no, I don't want you to do this. Please don't.
100%.
No, don't.
Yeah, you're not walking into school with me today.
Yeah.
The hell I'm not.
Day's coming sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
Actually,
What,
probably
you mean
will.
Woods could be an embarrassing
I know.
parent?
Could you imagine? Oh, I just crushed them in front of their friends. I can't wait.
After
So anyway,
crushing them on the radio for years.
Oh, yeah. I don't even tell all the good stories either.
This hour on 97.3 The Fans brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans for 20 years. Baseball season is in full swing, so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now and mention radio for 20% off new service plans in 2026. Got our first game at Take on Woods. We got the full gamut of categories: music, TV, movies, and wild card for your chance to win instantly. Tickets to Zach Top at Pechanga Arena on September 17th. If you want to be our first contestant this week, call now, 833-288-0973, 833-288-0973. We'll play our game when we come back with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, I get a chance to tell you again about SDFatLoss.com. It's the way to lose weight quickly, efficiently, and hopefully permanently. Like me, I lost 40 pounds in 60 days on the SDFatLoss.com program, and I've kept that weight off over 3 years, and it's all based on real food, stuff you usually eat anyway from the grocery store, not from their special, pre-packaged meals that they're charging you extra for. Just regular stuff. I ate a lot of chicken, some steak, some fish, and I lost weight fast, up to a pound of fat per day and 10 to 20% of your body weight in just 60 days, eating the right times, the right portions. Your coach, your counselor at SDFatLoss.com will explain how it works, how they keep you on track. They coach you up every step of the way, and they do it with no exercise necessary and no costly GLP-1 injections that you're going to have to stay on for years and years to keep the weight off. And some of that weight loss with GLP-1 injections is muscle. They're trying to burn fat at SDFatLoss.com, hence the name. Set up your free consultation right now by going online to SDFatLoss.com. When you sign up, take $200 off summer special. It is still summer. Take advantage of it now at SDFatLoss.com. That's SDFatLoss.com. Results may vary.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Comment in our chat from one Hannah Nancaro Woods, who let us know that her dad, famous television weatherman and news anchor Laura Nancaro, showed up with a big live truck on the center of the San Diego State campus on her first day of college.
It's unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
I can so picture Lauren doing that too.
Embarrassing my kids in front of their friends is like it's like a pastime. It's like the best thing to do. So much fun.
Do you and the other dads talk about how you embarrass your children? Do you like flex on them? Like, oh, I got my kid doing this.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, here,
yeah.
I got Jackson with this way.
Yep. Oh, 100%. It's the best part of it. You know, it's truly like the best. It's the ball breaking. It's just the best part of being a parent. And when they start breaking each other's balls, it's elite. I'm raising two really good ball breakers, which is fun.
And, you know, Chris has your back too. He says the drives to and from school are elite. Chance to spend time with your boys, trying to keep them safe.
It's so fun to do pickups because they're so ready to see you.
Course.
Because they would go with anybody at that point.
Right.
Because they're just ready to be home and not at school. Hannah has the worst shift in the morning. And, so if it makes her life easier to put them on a bus, and just abandon them, then that's fine. And just let them kind of fend for themselves.
Hello, little boy. Would you like some candy?
Yeah. See, there's people like that out there that
roaming around
exist.
Encinitas.
Roaming
You never
around.
know.
You never know. What was that clip from?
I don't know, but I have it.
It's incredible.
Hello, little boy. Would you like some candy?
It's absolutely the worst drop in our library by
I don't
far.
remember that one at all.
By far.
All right, we got our Linsider Dennis Lynn coming up at the bottom of the hour. First, though, let's try to play our game. It is time for some Take on Woods. Take on Woods brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you. We got Kyle with us this morning. Kyle, you there?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, Kyle, we got an instant win prize. If you can beat or tie Woods, we will get you 2 tickets to see Zach Top at Pechanga Arena on September 17th. Tickets are on sale now at access.com, AXS.com. And you got all 4 categories to choose from, so hopefully one will be to your liking. This week's music category, Bet the Under. 5 all 2-second songs using the word under in the title. Movies, action Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. TV, On the Job, workplace television series. And our wild card, the 50 states, a little geography test. quiz for you. So, music, bet the under, movies, action, Arnold, TV on the job, or the wild card, 50 states. Kyle, what would you like to play?
I was excited about movies till I heard it was Arnold. I'm pretty sure he's a Arnold guy. I'm going to go with geography.
Geography.
Ooh, I like
Okay, the wild card. This could be tough. I don't know. We'll see. Today on Take on Woods, I am testing your knowledge of U.S. geography. It's like we're in 6th grade all over again. I'm going to give you a list of U.S. states. You just have to tell me which state borders every other state on the list and no other. So, Kyle, if I said Arizona, Nevada, Oregon, you would say...
You said Nevada?
Arizona, Nevada, Oregon. Don't overthink it.
Oh, that would be ours, California.
California, exactly. That's how the game works, okay?
I'm sure this will go great.
All right. This is going to be tough. I don't know. We may get a 0-0 game again. Haven't had a lot of them, but let's test some geography. 60 seconds on the clock. Your time begins with your first list of states. Good luck, Kyle. Let's take on Woods. Montana, Minnesota, South Dakota.
Ooh, pass.
Alabama, Georgia.
Florida.
Correct. Georgia, North Carolina.
Ooh. South Carolina.
Correct. Delaware, Pennsylvania, New York.
Oh, crap, pass.
New Hampshire.
Oh, Maine.
Correct. Montana, Minnesota, South Dakota.
North Dakota.
Correct. Delaware, Pennsylvania, New York. For all 5.
Oh, gosh. That's on that.
Not bad. Anything to guess?
New York. I don't know.
I said New York. New Jersey.
Something up
Oh,
there.
very well done, though, Kyle.
Not bad.
Stay on the line. That is an outstanding
I think Woods is
score.
going to slit your throat for this
That was
category.
outstanding. It was well played. My goodness. All right, Kyle. Woods is back. I will explain the category. It's the wild card.
Strap in.
It is called the 50 states. We're testing your geography knowledge.
Not
Woods.
great. I'll tell you that right
You
now.
might have trouble. So here's how the game works. I will give you a list of U.S. states. You just need to tell me which state borders every other one on the list. So, if I said Arizona, Nevada, Oregon, you would say, don't overthink it, Arizona, Nevada, Oregon, which is the only state that borders all 3.
Oregon and
Arizona, Nevada,
California.
Yes, exactly. He looks displeased, to say the least. All right, 60 seconds on the clock.
God, I'm dead.
Your time begins when I give you your first list. Good luck, Woods. Let's take on Kyle. Montana, Minnesota, South Dakota.
Wyoming.
Incorrect. Alabama, Georgia.
Florida.
Correct. Georgia, North Carolina.
South Carolina.
Correct. Delaware, Pennsylvania, New York.
New Jersey.
Correct. New Hampshire.
Vermont.
Oh, no, it's Maine.
Maine.
And that was the difference, 4-3. Kyle wins our geography quiz this morning.
What was the first one?
North Dakota. Montana, Minnesota, South Dakota is North Dakota.
That
It was a good game.
hard as
That was a shockingly good game by both of you. Good
That
job,
was
Kyle.
very
good
difficult.
job, Woods. That was very tough. I am impressed by everyone here.
Man.
That was a
Good
good one.
job. Kyle, stay on the line. Paulie will get your information, give you those tickets to Zach Top. All right, wild card's done. We don't have to worry about geography anymore this week. Just music, movies, and television starting tomorrow. Take a quick time out. We will come back. Dennis Lynn, our Linsider from The Athletic, will talk some Padres when we return with Ben Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Well, you guys know me. My passion is not necessarily geography. It's insurance, as you know, for many years of listening to this program. Nobody understands how insurance works better than your old pal Woodsy, but I'm totally lying to you because I actually don't know, and that's why I'm glad that there's a company like SuperSure, the super agency built for you, licensed in every state for your business insurance and your employee benefits. Listen, so if your company has more than 25 employees, whether you're the owner, CFO, or HR manager, it can be too complex to just buy a policy online. SuperSure will get you dialed in with year-round support for you and your team at supersure.com. Access their tools like the fine print facts and, of course, their business value calculator. You can estimate what your business is worth. You know what actually needs protecting and covering. Go to supersure.com. One super agency, one powerful platform, all of your policies in one place. It's a no-brainer. Once again, go to supersure.com. That's supersure.com. Paid for by Supersure Insurance Agency, LLC, a licensed insurance agency. Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
it's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee hurts.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
We're back. It is Ben and Woods going until 10 o'clock on a Monday morning after the Padres take 2 out of 3 from the Houston Astros. And it is time once again to chat with our Padres Linsider, Dennis Lin from The Athletic.
Happy Monday, Padres fans. It's time to discuss the weekend that was for the Padres with our Ben and Woods Linsider, Dennis Lin from The Athletic. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, the rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
At least I thought he was our Padres Linsider, Dennis Lin from The Athletic, but as I was kind of looking at his page on The Athletic, I see stories from a lot of other teams the last few days. We got some.
He's our Red Sox.
A's and Red Sox and White Sox and Braves and Yankees.
He's our Red Sox Padres insider.
Dennis, were you tasked with some extra work this week, it seems like?
Yeah, I happened to be on our news desk shift over the weekend. So we had some interesting things happen with other teams, including former Padre Will Venable. So I had to write about it. But yeah, this is a thing we've done this year, just some news desk shifts for everyone on our baseball staff. So I won't bore you guys with all the details, but basically, yeah, I was covering for some other writers who were off this weekend, or we just didn't happen to have writers for. So that's why I was writing about some non-Padres stuff.
We forgot to
Should have
put
been
Will.
Don't Do This.
We forgot to put
tell
Will
everybody what
Venables in
happened
Don't
to
Do This.
the White Sox and Will Venable, because it's a great story.
So Princeton graduate Will Venable was, I guess, going out to the mound to talk to his pitcher in the first inning the other day, and either he didn't realize his pitching coach has just gone out there like a batter earlier, or maybe he was doing this on purpose and this is some big brand thing. But what ended up happening, since you can't make multiple mound visits if you're the coaching staff, including the manager, to a pitcher in one inning, they had to basically scramble because Will set foot on the field, and I don't think he actually made it to the mound, but I guess that's considered a mound visit. So they had to change out their starting pitcher, like 23 pitches into the game, and they ended up losing. But the pitcher they brought in after they scrambled to get this guy up in the bullpen went 4 scoreless innings. So maybe he was trying to do this on purpose, or maybe he just didn't realize it, but he did own it after the game. It just was an interesting moment for sure.
It looked like the umpires were wanting to kind of tell him, "Hey, you can't do that. You can't do that." And then Stephen Vogt for the other team, for the Guardians, like, no,
you have to.
No.
I mean, it is.
Can you imagine if Craig Stammen did that? How Padres fans would lose their mind.
God,
rookie manager.
Well,
Will Venable's in his second season. So.
Ruben goes out a lot.
Yeah.
Ruben goes out a lot. So I could honestly see how you may miss one because he goes out there so much. He's getting his steps in a lot this season. But, Dennis, it's one of those mistakes that he will never make again. that is one you can make once and you'll never make it again. But yeah, fascinating story Friday night. But let's talk some Padres baseball. I think the most interesting story going on in the Padres world, a couple things, is Joe Musgrove going out, pitching pretty well. We'll see how he responds today. But the Nick Pivetta finally talking to the media on Friday. Were you surprised or enlightened at all by Nick's comments about how he's feeling right now?
No, well, number one, I didn't expect him to address the contract situation, and he did not.
Yep.
He declined. I think there's still the possibility that maybe he got that last pitch in Lake Elsten, or at least on the mound, was a strike, and he was walking off, and maybe he wasn't feeling quite right or whatever. But he's a different character, so maybe he just didn't want to go back out there either way. Whether he was feeling good or not. So I think there might be some of that to it, but it's pretty clear, I think, that all is not right with that elbow, and that's to be expected for someone who had a flexor strain a couple years ago with Boston, right? And this is written to his contract, and both parties, all parties involved, understood that there's probably some risk of a elbow re-injury or the same injury coming back up, and that seems to be what happened this year. So I think, right now we're getting pretty close to crunch time as far as the deadline for him to come back to avoid his player options being converted to team options. August 22nd would be that date. So if he doesn't throw a bullpen today, and he's not back out on a rehab assignment by the middle of this week, I think that deadline becomes pretty unrealistic to meet. And number one, that he wants to be healthy enough to pitch in a major league game by the end of the season. So the Padres. So I think it's looking probably unlikely unless he gets on the mound today and gets back into rehab start by the middle of this week. But yeah, it's just unfortunate that they've got Joe Musgrove, who's apparently feeling really good, and Nick Pivetta is not. So that just kind of reduces their margin for error down the stretch with a couple of new pitchers who come in, and Casey Mize and Robbie Ray. But you would think they'll be a lot better in their second times through with the Padres. So those two guys, the newcomers, it's a big upgrade over what they had. If they don't have Nick Pivetta, it's not the end of the world. But I think it's just kind of a unfortunate situation with not a lot of clarity right now, but it doesn't seem to be trending in a good direction for him.
I want to follow up on the Nick Pivetta contract situation. Talking to Dennis Lynn on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking, it's better. Obviously, he wants to keep the player option. That's good for him. But what do you think is the Padres thinking on this? They need pitching next year.
Right.
Are they hoping to get out from under Nick Pivetta? Are they hoping to lock him in? I mean, a few months ago, I would have said Nick's going to want to opt out and get a big payday. Now, with the injury status, maybe he wants to opt in. Maybe the Padres want to opt out, or maybe they want to opt him in at $14 million. Is not a lot if you get a productive starting pitcher. Where do you think everybody's mind is on this going into next season if the Padres do end up having a decision to make at the end of the season?
If his elbow is compromised, and there seems like it's a good chance it is, I think that the team would much prefer to just get out of it, even though starting pitching is really expensive. I think the player option for this coming year, 27, is $14 million, and then another $18 million in 2028. Number one, let's see if there is a season next year. But I think all things being equal, the Padres would like to have him back if he's healthy. I mean, that's a big if, right? Clearly, he's not fully healthy, and if there's a possibility, it seems like that he's going to need surgery in the relatively near future. That might wipe out his entire next season. Whether there is an MLB season or not. So I think the team would prefer to get out from under it. The one thing is maybe there's a scenario here where he just takes his time. He comes back after that deadline, and he proves he's okay to finish out the season, and then maybe you take that chance on him and pick up the team option in that case. But I mean, that's just a lot to risk on a pitcher with a clear injury history here. So I think at this point, Nick would obviously like to have those player options. That's, nothing against him. That's part of his right, contractually negotiated right. And I think the Padres would most likely prefer to get out of it, but we'll have to see how his arm responds over the next week or two before I think that the dust really settles on it, because still, starting pitching is going to be really expensive, and the Padres don't have a lot of it next year.
Talking to our pal Dennis Lynn from The Athletic here on Ben and Woods this morning. Ethan Salas hit another bomb down in AAA. He's mashing the ball pretty well right now. Let's get the rumor mill started again, Dennis. I'm looking around the big leagues every single night, and so-and-so, the Twins called up Kalen Culpepper. He hit a bomb. The Yankees called up George Lombard Jr. He's been outstanding for them. Our catchers are not world beaters by any stretch of the imagination. Offensively or defensively, there's holes in all of them. But Ethan Salas seems to be able to handle big league pitching right away. Don't know if he can hit yet. Any consideration? Do you see any scenario where they may bring him up, maybe for a stretch run?
100%, I would see them considering it. I don't know about it being a lock, but I think there's a very good chance they'll be up in September and even maybe before then, because let's remember, if you want to have a player eligible for the playoffs, they need to be on the 40-man before September. So I think they're looking at it. He's only, one call away or one step away from the majors. They promoted him, just a couple weeks ago. And not unsurprisingly, his offensive stats have instantly ticked up in the PCL, which is probably a nice confidence boost for him. I will say, I think, blocking pitches remains a challenge for him. You don't want a 20-year-old in the majors in a playoff race, committing pass balls. But I think, with them already having 3 other catchers on the 40-man roster and 2 on the active roster for right now, that wouldn't be, they could probably pick and choose spots for him to catch guys if they are going to call him up in the near future. But I think, this is age propeller and the Padres we're talking about. I think there is a very good chance that he's up in September, if not before.
Of all the developments over the weekend against the Astros, and there were some good ones, obviously, Tatis getting even hotter with a couple of home runs is huge. Jackson Merrill. The biggest might be Michael King. And I know he's still not right where he wants to be, but we definitely saw more of the 2024 Michael King on Saturday. What are you seeing in terms of, Dennis, how close you think he is, what he's kind of saying to you and to reporters about how close he is to really being that pitcher? Because if the Padres really want to make some noise, they need Michael King to pitch like an ace, like he did a couple of years ago, and we haven't quite seen it yet this year.
Yeah, I'll start with the fact that he managed to get Yordan Alvarez out multiple times, just like the Padres did throughout this weekend. So that's a good sign for the pitching staff as a whole. But if he's got that sinker working, and he hasn't really had that sinker working very often throughout this year, that's his bread and butter. He's a completely different pitcher than the guy we see who struggles to get through certain innings or has big innings kind of blow up on him. So I think they'll take it. I don't know if he's back because we thought many times throughout the season that he's back, and the inconsistency comes back, or the lack of, total command of his repertoire. So I think that it's kind of a more of a wait and see thing still, even though that's maybe not the answer they want right now. But if he's going to have a start like that against the playoff team with arguably the best hitter on the planet right now, that's a positive step. So I think the additions that they made at the deadline take some pressure off him, although I thought it was interesting in Arizona. He's saying, I like that pressure. I welcome that pressure. It kind of makes me lock in. But if this is what it takes to maybe get him feeling a little more relaxed on the mound, that's what it takes, right? So I think, right now, it's not really clear to me who their number one starter would be if they make the playoffs for game one. I think maybe Casey Mize would be that guy. But on the other hand, Michael King, if he, has a few good starts here and kind of shows better command, he might be that guy too, because, Casey Mize has to prove a lot of things too after, his debut.
Dennis, really appreciate it. We will talk to you again next Monday, where we'll have another 6 games of information under our belt as the Padres close in on September. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to it.
All right, Dennis Lynn from The Athletic, our weekly report brought to you by Hamul Casino.
One hit for Yordan this weekend.
Yeah, did drive in a run on Friday, but that was it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Did not expect that at all.
1 for 12 with a walk and an RBI. And that was it for one of the hottest hitters in baseball, one of the best players in baseball.
Triple Crown candidate.
Triple Crown, MLB Triple Crown candidate. Just incredible. 1 for 12.
The Astros arc this season is very similar to the Padres' arc. They were even worse in the first half, certainly record-wise, but their offense struggled, their pitching struggled, and then they went on a run where they got to the trading deadline and climbed up the standings, got back above 500, but they still are not a perfect team. They're a flawed team that goes into these slumps, even with their star players, like we saw over the weekend. The only difference is, even though the Padres have 2 games better record than they do, they lead their divisions and are ahead of the wild card. So they've got an over 50% chance of making the playoffs. Padres, despite the better record in the National League's much tougher, they have climbed up, I believe.
What's
I saw 41% now.
Wow.
It was
to
at
make the
7.
playoffs?
It was at 7 about
like 10 days ago.
10 days ago.
It was at 38 yesterday.
Yeah, I think it was at 41.7% this morning when I checked. So climbing up there, but again,
41.3.
The Astros have multiple venues to get into the playoffs, with both winning the division or winning a wild card. Padres really still only have the one avenue, and that is the wild card, and they have to catch either the Phillies or the Diamondbacks, as the Cubs do not look like they are going to be giving up a lot of ground. They continue to play. They got a 7-game lead over the Padres. You got to catch one of these two teams, and the Blue Jays helped a little bit over the weekend against the Phillies, but both of those teams are not going to make it easy for the Padres the rest of the way.
You're still living your fantasy.
Yeah, I know.
Of
American League.
The sexual, your sexual
move
fantasy.
over to the American League?
Yeah, is he just wishes so badly that we were in the AL.
Padres would probably be about 70% to make the playoffs, if not more. At
You
this
should
point in the
write
American League.
some fan fiction, some sort of fan fiction.
Is this like a sci-fi thing where
No, more
you
like
wish on a fortune teller machine like Big? The Padres are in the American League
the
now.
Zoltar machine.
Yeah, the Zoltar. So
and look, you wake up and oh my gosh, we're an AL team and we're leading our division. This is fantastic. We're smoking the competition.
Poor Skip Schumacher is now.
He's now 4th or whatever.
They're falling behind in the wild card and not a playoff team anymore.
That's right. He just got his package, by the way, that I sent him of some new Ben & Wood shirts.
Oh, he did? Good.
He's very excited. Texted me this morning. Got his package.
I would love to see that team in the playoffs.
I thought you were going to say I would love to see him with wearing those shirts.
Well, I know I'll see that.
Yeah, for sure.
See that all the time.
I'll
But
just
I
say
would like to see his team in the playoffs.
The boys would like some pictures of you, shirtless and with shirts. I'll tell them that right now.
Final hour of Ben & Woods coming up, including a very litmus testy series against the Milwaukee Brewers. Reindl Report headlines coming up next. It's Ben & Woods on 97.3 The Fan. Final Hour Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Still have our MLB Reacharound to get to, wrapping up the weekend of baseball. Did not get to a story that we could have done in Do This, though, from the world of baseball. How about Jacob of the Athletics, who set a record, I think it was an all-time shortstop record, by going 111 consecutive games without committing an error.
I don't think I've ever gone 2 games consecutive without committing
Was
an
that
error.
an overall shortstop record or his first 111 games?
No,
overall.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mike Bordick, I think, was right behind him.
Mike Bordick's record.
He could pick it, Mike Bordick.
It does remind you, though, that shortstop in particular. I mean, think about it. You've got some of the tougher plays. You've got the
a lot of ground to cover.
Shovels at second. You've got the throw over across the diamond that even you make a good throw, like they now consider a one-hop throw to the first baseman is a good throw sometimes. But if that gets by the first baseman, they never give the first baseman the error. It's always an error on the shortstop. So there's just so many places where you can get an error. So to go 111 straight games without committing an error at shortstop on the big league level is incredibly impressive.
Yeah, and I know that the defensive metrics are so imperfect, and judged kind of harshly at times. But that's and errors are subjective. Very subjective these days. We see fewer and fewer errors being given out, in my opinion. But I just think that's remarkable in this day and age. And they talked about it last night on the broadcast about how fast the game is and how easy these guys make it look. Manny in particular, they were talking about him last night, a couple of the plays that he made in that game. He makes it look so easy. It's not. Balls are screaming off the bat. And Jacob Wilson's a stud, man. That's quite an accomplishment.
All right, let's get some other headlines from Paulie. It is time for our first edition of the Reindl Report this week.
And get things started here with our today's edition of the Reindl Report.
Now tuned into the greatest.
Welcome to the Reindl Report with Paul Reindl.
Hey guys, it's Paul here.
Hi, Paul.
All right.
2 stories from the world of sports that we haven't gotten to yet.
We'll start off in Major League Baseball.
And 1 story that you didn't know you needed.
Are you laughing, biatch?
It's the Reindl Report.
Hey Paul, how you doing?
Okay, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing today?
Okay, how are you?
On 97.3 The Fan.
Are you ready to bless the mood? I need some help, please.
That was good.
Can I get a oh yeah? Oh yeah.
All right. Trying to figure out why it looks like we are streaming from a potato right now.
No, it's our faces are all melting off. That's actually an accurate portrayal of Ben and Woods right now. Do you see it, Woods?
Our internet, it's garbage.
If the stream can hear us, I can restart this computer, but you would be listening to our show audio free for about 2 minutes.
Audio free, not audio only.
No, they won't hear anything.
They won't hear anything. I don't want to.
Or we can look like this until our commercial break.
Yeah, we can do
it
that.
then. All right, let's just do that.
All right, we'll just wait until
Pretend
the
you had a
commercial.
few drinks.
Yeah, we're just a little wearing your beer goggles.
Hey guys, it's Paul here. It's 1997.
Yeah.
And we're streaming. Let's get started.
All right, let's go. We're a radio show after all.
It's true. Where to begin? I got some good audio. We are a radio show. Got some good audio here. Interesting audio, I should say. It was the NFL Hall of Fame weekend, and did not watch any of the ceremony. I saw some clips. I saw Drew Brees was there going into the Hall of Fame. I thought, good for him, man. Just really one of my favorite football players
good dude.
Of the last 30 years. He's so deserving for everything.
Is he going to be one of the owners of the Padres? I don't know. I still don't know for sure.
We don't know.
Like
might be in one of
owner?
those little offshoot groups.
We may find out in the next couple of weeks.
I thought Adam Vinatieri might have had the most interesting moment of the weekend, at least that I saw. There was a moment where he saw Pat McAfee, his buddy, was sitting there in the crowd. Pat McAfee was the punter, so a lot of times the punter will hold the snap for all of the kicks.
Dastardly job. Would never want it. Would you? I'll bet Ben $100 that he cannot hold a football with his finger and let someone come in and kick it without moving your hand too early.
Let alone catching it from the snap, spinning it, so
putting
that the
it
laces,
down, and then actually
also bet $100 that I can't do
that you can't do it. You would flinch so bad that the ball would teeter, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And guess what? I would too.
Yeah.
There's no way I could keep my finger there as that guy went to kick.
It always freaked me out as a kid.
100%.
Like,
Hey,
playing out.
It is.
Hold this one for me. I'm like,
It's,
no.
it's a job where you have to be perfect every time.
Every time.
And if you ever make a mistake, it's totally on you.
Oh.
I mean, there are bad snaps. You rarely see the holder. Oh wow, I picked that one out of the out of the turf and really got it around. I mean, you even put the wrong laces up. It's your fault, dude.
I think with the kicker and the holder, they have a good relationship. They're good buddies.
Yeah.
They're working together a ton. It's kind of like anytime a quarterback goes in the Hall of Fame, they're always shouting out their center because you're right up in there when you're working with that guy a lot. So an interesting shout out for Pat McAfee from Adam Vinatieri at the Hall of Fame induction this weekend.
Hey, Pat McAfee's here in the crowd today. Great to see you, brother. The only person who enjoyed holding my balls more than my wife.
I didn't know it was a roast. Isn't it normally more sentimental?
More buttoned up than that.
Your wife does that, by the way?
You're Adam Vinatieri, one of the greatest kickers of all time.
I guess when you're a kicker, you have to do bits if you're a kicker. You don't have a choice.
I'm going to play it one more time for you.
All right.
You hear the eruption from the crowd. His wife was laughing, embarrassed. I thought, though, at that point, okay, it's over, but he keeps going.
The only person who enjoyed holding my balls more than my wife. She held for me in the off season when everyone else was gone.
That's right.
Get that right.
I was like, okay, if I'm his wife, I'm like, we're good. Yeah, we get it.
We get it.
We
get it.
Of course.
Yep.
We're not a crash show. We
It's
were
not
talking about
crass.
footballs the whole time.
Pat McAfee held the footballs
and
for
then
him to kick them.
In
What
the
are
off
you talking about?
in the off season when there's nobody else
Wife would
around,
have to
wife
do
would
it.
go out and hold him, and he would kick
I'm sure he practiced his field goal kicking
all the
during
time.
the off season.
100%.
Part of their wedding vows. I promise to
hold
in the
your
off
balls.
season to hold your balls.
We should have
when
all
there's
had
no
that
one else
in
to
our,
do that
in our wedding vows. To be honest with you.
Switch over to a little basketball and a shout out to his family for the second winningest coach in NBA history, Don Nelson. Passed away, I think, yesterday or maybe Saturday night. I saw the news yesterday morning. Passed away at the age of 86. He's a member of the Hall of Fame. I remember him mostly as a Mavericks coach, but he was also a 5-time champion as a player.
Yeah.
I mean, just a basketball guy through and through his entire life.
5 chips as a player with the Boston Celtics. Never won one as a coach.
One of the more important figures, though, in basketball history.
Oh,
Even from modern players. I was watching some of the tributes from guys like Luka Doncic, because he stayed connected with the Mavericks organization and how much he still contributed even after he wasn't a head coach anymore. Like, dude was as accomplished as you get in the NBA just overall for his career.
Yeah, he got Steph Curry, Dirk Nowitzki put out a really nice tweet. Said, Nelly, you didn't just draft me, you believed in me. You saw things in my game before I ever realized I could do them. I've said it a million times. I will always say it. I don't think my career could have turned out how it did without you being my first coach. And it was really sweet, really kind from Dirk, but he was a Dallas legend, man. I grew up there in kind of the middle of his heyday, and he was beloved. His radio interviews were priceless. He was always off the cuff. Paul, you have that audio I sent you from Donnie?
Yes.
I put it.
Get it right.
Yeah, they was doing a little press conference with some of the Golden State guys.
Queuing it up right now.
To talk briefly about what you've been doing after basketball. Coach, I know you live in Hawaii, right? So
Yeah, I've been smoking some pot, actually.
I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he wasn't only smoking pot, he was selling pot. He had, I believe, had a weed farm.
A dispensary.
Like a farm. A 22-acre farm with cannabis plants that he would then harvest and sell to other places that would buy them. So he got way, way into it.
Well, you know how we do it, Paulie.
I do.
On this show.
And I really hope we can see more unity and more peace when already things are so difficult. So, shout out to his family.
The great.
Yeah, that one made me sad.
Yeah, me too.
Really good.
Now, apparently, we lost someone else this weekend. I hadn't seen this, but it was just pointed out in our chat from Dominic. Actor Ben Jones passed away.
Unfamiliar with Ben
yesterday.
Jones.
Well, you watched him. He starred in The Dukes of Hazzard. He played Cooter.
Save that.
On The Dukes of Hazzard.
Who was it?
Cooter.
Shout out to his family.
There you go.
Actor Ben Jones.
Cooter. Did he do anything since?
He's 84 years old.
Was he just
became
Cooter?
a politician and businessman.
Okay.
Was in the U.S. House of... He was in the Congress, actually.
Right. Sounds like he
Georgia's 4th District.
Very accomplished.
Yep. So, farewell, Cooter. Cooter.
Save farewell, Cooter. Also. Thank you for that.
He was like a nice guy in the show. Like, he would always help out the Duke
the
boys
deputy,
whenever they
right?
needed. No. That was Enos.
Enos.
Yeah, they had Enos and Cooter.
Cooter and Enos. I mean, be a little bit
like their
more
mechanic.
overt.
I think when they needed the General Lee fixed up.
I
Cooter
liked
would-
that waitress, Regina, that they had on the show. She was great. Fantastic.
Remember that the place we had the Reindl Report story, Regina, the city in
Right, yes.
Canada.
In Canada.
It's the
Saskatchewan.
city that rhymes with fun.
Yeah.
That's right. Regina. Holy crap. Enos and Cooter.
Yeah.
And then don't forget Boner from Growing Pains.
Richard
Yeah.
Stabone.
Rest in peace.
Finally, wrap it up here. Didn't talk about this last week, but just a wild scene out of the United Kingdom after a 26-year-old man was arrested and fined because he climbed up on top of the roof of a hospital in Wales.
Oh, my God.
And he was dressed as the Grim Reaper.
This is absolutely
and he
incredible.
just stood on the roof of the entrance of the hospital for nearly 50 minutes.
50.
Just standing there with like what appeared to be a large
scythe.
blade. Scythe, yeah.
Scythe?
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 Scythe.
They said he just stood there and stared down patients, visitors, and staff for nearly an hour. Now, this happened back in June, but it started surfacing all over the internet over the last week or so. No real explanation for this?
Performance
art, I think. Yeah. I mean, to
Bro.
the chagrin of some of the patients who's like, Granny's in the hospital right now, and there's a Grim Reaper standing
well, at least
on the
he's
roof.
not walking up and down the halls and like he pokes his head in and you're laying in your hospital bed like, oh my God, that's the Grim
Can you imagine,
Reaper.
like, you show up to urgent care or something, you're just not feeling well, and you're
You
like,
look up.
you know what? We'll go to the next one.
we'll go to
we're
the
good.
next
We're
one.
good.
And then the
he
doctors and nurses are in on it. So when the Grim Reaper walks in, you go, what? And they go, what? No, I don't see anyone
There's nobody
here. You
here?
see someone in the room?
Oh my! Somebody said Mason Miller when? Yeah,
Right.
soon.
It says here that, police and firefighters responded to the hospital after this was reported. It was nearly an hour before they got him down. He pled guilty to causing a nuisance or disturbance on the premises without a reasonable excuse.
I think a good lawyer can probably get him out of that one.
It's my art.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably trespassing, right? Probably not allowed to be up on
Did
the
you say
roof.
this was in England, though?
Wales.
Wales. They may
Yeah.
have different laws than we do. Here, they probably get a good lawyer, get you off on that one.
I think I would imagine, at the very least, like you didn't. He's like, you can't arrest me for standing. I didn't do anything.
No, standing at the top. This is what I wear.
Maybe trespassing,
Maybe.
possibly.
But I
private
don't think
property.
you can't just go to the roof of buildings like that.
I'm interested in how to pronounce that word now.
Scythe.
You sure, Paulie?
I'm not 100% sure.
I always
but
heard it was scythe.
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 I'm gonna remember how to.
That
Maybe
sounds
scythe.
very wrong.
A scythe.
Maybe a scythe, but I don't think it's a scythe.
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 I was right.
Scythe.
Tithe.
Yeah, like
Scythe. He's
Scythe.
holding a. I think scythe sounds more dangerous than scythe. Don't you? Scythe. All right. Learn something new every day on Ben and Woods.
That would
Paulie?
freak me out.
Yeah, it was pretty fantastic.
It's not Halloween. Although the spirit of Halloween just opened up in Encinitas.
Kids go every day. Every.
August.
Did you
It's
get the
August.
picture I sent you guys?
It's August 10th.
Did you see the picture?
You showed it to me the other day.
They go to that place every single day. They have to go by Spirit Halloween. And they have there's a new bit in there that apparently.
It's almost 2 months.
It's
still.
bro, you have so long until here's one look at this.
Oh yeah,
My son
there you go.
as Chucky. You guys probably won't see it because the stream
Just loaned him to LA Galaxy.
We're on AOL
It's
here.
even worse when you go phone and
I would definitely not do that.
Every day they're like, "Can we go to the Halloween store?" They think it's the coolest place on the planet. But there's a new one in there. So normally you'd walk in last year, it would say "Step here," so you'd step on the thing and it would go, "Blah!" and it would scare you.
Right.
So apparently they put a delay on it. So Taylor walked up to it, stepped on it. Nothing happened, and then it went, bah! And Hannah said he shot 6 feet in the air, like a cat, like a scared cat.
He was ready when he stepped on it.
He was ready when he stepped
But then
on
he let
it.
his guard on.
He let his guard down.
That's diabolical.
I cannot believe that it's open already and thriving. I mean, thriving.
Yeah.
We've already bought stuff from there. We're ready to go.
I think pumpkin spice lattes return this week.
Is that right?
Oh, I saw pumpkin spice stuff at the grocery store.
It
last
certainly
week.
doesn't feel like fall.
No,
out there.
it does not.
You got me wearing shorts on a weekend, dude. It wasn't.
Not at all.
Not even close.
All right, thank you, Paulie. When we come back, time for the MLB Reacharound. Had some interesting series, including the ultimate example of why we all know nothing about baseball, and you should never, ever, ever, ever gamble on baseball games. Coming up next with Bennett Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open. Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
You guys are probably
just Paulie.
Oh, that's
Paulie
nice.
is now the only one who is
Superstar.
Maybe you guys need
clear.
to restart your computers as well.
Oh, probably a good idea.
Fantastic. Well, it's not going to happen right now.
No.
We got other things to attend to here on Ben and Woods. I'll guess up here on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking. It's better. We'll have
Sorry,
Jesse
I'm
Agler
cuter than you guys anyways.
joining us. You're younger.
Yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense. But let's get to
Don't
today's
say cuter, though. That's weird.
I'm more handsome than you
That
guys.
is all right. So that is it not okay for guys to use the word cute?
Correct. I think that sounds weird.
I mean, like children can be cute.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh,
yeah,
you have
yeah.
such cute kids.
Yeah, you don't tell your wife she looks cute.
Why not? You're like, oh, that's a cute outfit. That's fine.
All right.
Really? It's not okay to say like
cutie. Say it about kids. My kids only. That's it.
Interesting.
Yeah. Speaking of kids,
They're doing the
reach around.
There you go.
They're doing the
Reach around.
Everybody doing the
Reach around. Now, Padres were very close to being tied for a playoff spot yesterday, but Phillies walked it off in 12 over the Toronto Blue Jays, 7-6. Derek Hill walk-off single in the 2-run 12th after the Blue Jays had finally scored in the top of the inning. So Philly avoids what would have been a sweep by the Toronto Blue Jays. So they did help out the Padres over the weekend with a couple of wins. Padres remain one game behind the Phillies and, of course, one game behind the Diamondbacks, who beat the Dodgers again 4-2 yesterday to take 2 out of 3 in the series. Justin Robleski's hit some hard times, allowed 4 early runs, had given up, I think, 4 home runs in his previous 2 starts. And Eduardo Rodriguez, who the Padres made look pretty bad, looked pretty good against the Dodgers, going 7 innings and allowing just 2 runs. Remember, on Friday, the Diamondbacks scored 2 off of Edwin Diaz to walk it off in the 9th. And then they came back to tie it in the 9th on Saturday, but ended up losing 2-1 in 10 innings. So the Diamondbacks remain a game ahead of the Padres as well. Cubs keep on rolling. They win their series against the Royals. Matthew Boyd improving to 8-1.
God, they're going to be tough
Now in
man.
the season. With the additions they've made, Cubs look pretty dangerous. 10-2 the win yesterday. The Marlins are just 2 games behind the Padres. They beat the Angels 2 out of 3, including a 12-3 rout yesterday as Griffin Conine hit a pair of home runs. Miami a game above 500. The St. Louis Cardinals climb back to 500 with a series win over the Colorado Rockies. Alec Burleson homered again. Had been someone on the Padres' radar. We ended up with Austin Hayes instead.
And
he did homer.
Gage Workman.
Although he's now back in the minor
Austin
leagues.
Hayes, he's on pace for, about 60 home runs?
Yeah.
Just 1 per at-bat?
How many
right
home
now?
runs left? I mean, how many home runs? How many games we have left?
Oh, I want to say like 44, somewhere around there, 43. Okay. The Nationals beat the Reds 7-1. Washington sweeps the series. Both teams still a little too far out of it maybe at this point, but now we're frozen.
You're frozen.
Oh, man.
Look like Han Solo.
Carbonite.
Yes.
The Mets over the Pirates 11-1. That was not something the Pirates could afford, losing a series to the New York Mets. They got shut down by old friend Sean Manaea, 7 innings, 1 earned run, 11 strikeouts. As the Mets take 2 of 3 from Pittsburgh.
Jared Jones was horrible.
All right, so I teased never bet on baseball. So after Friday's dominating win by the Red Sox, I believe they were 31-5 in their last 36 games. The A's, meanwhile, had lost 9 in a row and were 7-33 since before the All-Star break. So you have one of the historically hottest teams ever taking on one of the historically coldest teams ever in baseball. And there's still 2 games left in this series. Like, if you're the Athletics, you're just hoping not to lose by 15
double
each
digits.
game.
Yep.
What happens? The A's win the next 2 games to take the series, including 4-3 yesterday over the Red Sox.
Gage Jump, who is a nasty lefty. I am just obsessed with Gage Jump. 11 Ks against the Red Sox the other day. He's nasty as it gets. Love that kid. And, yeah, man, I mean, playing for nothing at this point but pride and to spoil people's parties.
And parlays, probably.
And parlays, yeah, for sure. That would have been one of those you look at and go, oh, yeah, they win this series. Easy, I'll put
easily. They had won 9 straight series.
Yeah.
And the team that stops them is the ice-cold Athletics to take 2 out of 3.
Dumbest sports sometimes.
In Boston.
Yep.
No less. That makes no sense at all.
That's right.
The Braves beat the Yankees 2-1. Matt Olson and Trent Grisham trading solo home runs before Michael Harris, the second single, won it in the 10th inning as Atlanta avoids a sweep. The White Sox over the Guardians 5-3. Young Colson Montgomery's 3-run home run. The difference is the White Sox win the series. They now have a 3.5-game lead over the Detroit Tigers and 4-game lead over the Cleveland Guardians. Brewers beat the Twins 4-3 in 10. Jake Bauers with a walk-off single, and then they hopped on a plane for San Diego and arrived last night for their 3 at Petco Park. We'll talk about those games in just a moment. Orioles doubled up the Rangers 10-5 to avoid a sweep. Pete Alonso hit his 24th and 25th home runs of the season for the O's. Tigers are now just 3.5 back because they beat the Giants 3-1 in 10 innings. They're just a game out of a playoff spot behind the Texas Rangers as well. So they've actually somehow gotten better by trading Tarek Skubal and Casey Mize.
The Dodgers have gotten worse.
The trade deadline.
Yeah.
And the Dodgers got worse. And the Padres, well, got worse when Casey Mize pitched.
Yeah. He'll have his chance tonight.
Baseball makes no sense whatsoever. Finally, the Tampa Bay Rays completed a sweep of the reeling Seattle Mariners, who I thought were kind of poised to go up post-trade deadline. They've instead gone down post-trade deadline with a 4-1 loss and another sweep at the hands of the Rays yesterday. And that is a MLB Reacharound for your Monday morning.
Love it. Excellent work.
All right, we do need to look ahead to what is a very interesting series. I mean, against a very tough opponent for the San Diego Padres beginning tonight.
Very tough opponent for everyone.
Everyone. This is the team with the best record in baseball.
That's right.
Coming into town for the next 3 games. So you will be tested. This will be a potential playoff preview as well. I will explain it all coming up next on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view. This speakeasy with this cocktail. Hey, could you make that too? The spa with this. Ah. And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Broadcasting live from our Bill House Studios, we know how. Ben and Woods going until 10 o'clock here on a Monday. Turn things over to Braden and Frank, and we will all be ready for some Padres baseball as they continue their 6-game homestand tonight at 6:40 p.m. with the Milwaukee Brewers, the town owners of the best record in all of baseball. Sammy Levitt will have your Eco Water SoCal pregame show for you at 5:40. Looks like our restarts are successful.
Yeah.
Woods, big old yawn
man.
right there,
Tired.
and crystal clear high definition,
That's
or
right.
whatever we approximate on our YouTube stream this morning. So, Paulie, good job with the tech workaround.
Don't complain about it too much, or he'll pull his hair out. Don't forget.
Well,
So-
there was an echo because you didn't mute your mic.
Oh,
and then,
God. Yeah, sorry.
We're good now.
So the Padres likely, if they do get to the postseason, any meaningful road through the postseason will eventually have to go through this Milwaukee Brewers team, who is once again surprised a lot of people, including myself, after trading away more pieces like Freddie Peralta in the offseason. Once again, has the best record in all of baseball here with a month and a half to go in the regular season. And even though the Padres will be dodging Big Miz, Jacob Mizorowski, who pitched yesterday, they're still taking on some really tough customers. Logan Henderson will pitch tonight. He's been fantastic. Kyle Harrison, the former Giants prospect, will go tomorrow. He has also been sensational. And then on Wednesday, they're scheduled to face their trade deadline pickup, Dustin May, against Robbie Ray in a classic 2017 NL West matchup that now involves the San Diego Padres and the Milwaukee Brewers. Tonight, though, is Casey Mize on the mound. It's made his second start, and it has to go better than the first one.
Oh yeah, I mean you don't ever want to say can't go anywhere but up, because that's just not the case in
I do
baseball.
wonder, like, what do you do if you're Ruben Niebla? Like, you don't know the guy that well.
Yeah.
So you don't have a great frame of comparison. Certainly you've got video, but you didn't work with them, spring training, tiny mechanical adjustments. Was there anything mechanically wrong, or was it simply like he was just a little off with everything that was going on with the trade deadline and moving to a new team, and you just flush it and just do whatever you did and keep going? Or do you try to make some adjustments?
No, I think you absolutely make adjustments. I think you talk to him and say, what did you feel here? And
what did you do wrong? Okay, well then fix that.
What felt good, what didn't feel good? I mean, I know the results weren't there, but then you had to knock some rust off of, and I think if you're Ruben Niebla, you want to get your hands dirty in there.
It's so different compared to a guy like Michael King, who, like, he and Ruben know each other inside and out.
That's
and,
right.
all the tiny different things that they've been working on for years now, they can really probably break it down in incredible detail. I'd imagine with Ruben after Casey Mize, it's like, I don't really know how to help you, man. At some point I will, but right now it's simply you're going to have to fix this yourself and do it as quickly as possible because we need you, and we need you effective right away. So we'll see what happens tonight. But he's facing a lineup that is pesky. They don't hit a ton of home runs, but they are good.
Worst home run hitting team in baseball.
Yeah, but they still score plenty of runs, and they're very dangerous all the way through their lineup. And,
they're annoying, man. They're like a pet. Like pesky is a really good word for them. They're top 5 in like almost all offensive categories except for slug and home runs. They're dead last in home runs in the big leagues right now. But you see what their record is, and you look at the Washington Nationals, who are top of the food chain in home runs, and you see what their record is. But they do everything right. They play very good fundamental baseball. They are a really good baseball team, a measuring stick, if you will. Sure, don't know how it's going to translate in October. You never do, but It's a good test for you right now. Logan Henderson's a beast, man.
Now, I don't know how it's all going to shake out, but if the Padres make the playoffs, it'll likely be as the 5th or the 6th seed. Milwaukee looks like they're definitely heading toward a bye in the first round. Now, will they hold off the Dodgers or the Braves and still be that number 1 seed? Because if you're the 6th seed, you'd end up playing the 2 seed if you won the first round. But
don't do this
too early to
don't do this.
speculate against second-round playoff opponents.
I can't. Watching you weave this web that we're nowhere close to yet.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not
Fair
close
enough.
yet. We got a long way to go.
Fair enough.
Many, many games.
All right. See how they do against the Brewers, though.
Yeah. Well,
litmus test.
Dude throws hard. 4-pitch mix. Just, change up. Nasty. Fastball. Nasty. His fastball's not that firm, but it makes the perceived velocity of his fastball.
We've seen a lot of guys
really
with
good.
perceived velocity.
They've been chewing us up.
Do better against the Padres than the ones with actual velocity.
He strikes out a ton of hitters. He gets a ton of whiff. The fastball is really it's about 93, 94. But with the changeup thrown in there, it looks like it's 100. So he knows how to mix it, man. He's a really, really good pitcher. I'm, excited to watch him pitch. I hope that we can get to him. But I like this kid a lot.
And again, if you are watching any of the other Monday action in Major League Baseball, the team you're cheering for, St. Louis Cardinals, who are hosting the Philadelphia Phillies. That is Andrew Painter for the Phillies and Hunter Dobbins for the Cardinals. And you're also cheering for the Colorado Rockies on the road. Gabriel Hughes wasn't bad when he faced the Padres last week, if I remember, facing Michael Soroka for the Diamondbacks tonight at 6:40.
Yep.
So cheering for a little help in the standings as well. I don't think it's too early to be doing that.
No, I'm watching other games.
Even
like
Craig
crazy.
Stammen admitted, all right, it's hard not to look at least. We can only control what we can control.
Right.
We got to win games ourselves, and they'll be fine if they take care of their own business.
Yep.
But you do start looking up there, especially at those two teams in particular.
No doubt.
This time of year.
It makes it so fun, man. To have meaningful baseball right now is awesome. I mean, I know that probably the collective San Diego Padre fan right now is waiting till 6:40. We're in that mode again of like, okay, these games matter. These games are huge. You're going to lose some of these games for sure in the next 40. You're going to lose a bunch. And, but it's so fun to have meaningful baseball right now. It is.
Tarek Skubal will make his second start for the Dodgers tonight, hosting a former AL Central foe in the Kansas City Royals and Noah Cameron. And then Blake Snell returns to the mound technically his second start of the year. He made one start back in May, and they put him back on the injured list. But he will return against Michael Wacha tomorrow night.
So Skubal, Snell,
Lauer on their third game.
Okay.
So, but eventually, it's going to be Skubal, Snell, Yamamoto,
Glasnow,
Ohtani, Sasaki. Who knows?
You can just keep going.
What is the latest on Ohtani? Have they said if he's going to pitch at all?
I don't know.
Who knows if they're being even honest about it?
Yeah.
I mean, they always say, well, his knee, can't really pitch him, but they certainly throw him out there. Now, they did control him really well. He's been having some trouble with the changeup lately. A lot of teams have been really attacking Shohei with the changeup. He's got to adjust a little bit. Now, he's a very, very good hitter, and I imagine
usually
it's
does,
just
yeah.
temporary, and he will adjust, but that has been how opposing teams have been going after Shohei Ohtani, is a steady diet of changeups to see if they can get him off balance. Yep. All right, last few minutes of the show. You want to spin the topic wheel?
Sure.
Do you want anything else? All right.
I mean, I could have told my story of what just happened to me if you wanted to. My moral dilemma.
Oh, that's probably better than the topic wheel.
You think so?
Yeah. Why not? Well,
It is the 9 o'clock hour. This is good 9 o'clock
This is
hour
good
material.
Stuff. Yes.
Went to the restroom, number one. And if you guys know, you watch the stream, you always see me chewing on something. I have an oral fixation. It is what it is at this point. And I was chewing on this piece of plastic, and it was in my mouth, and I was going number one, and I dropped it in the urinal.
All right. Well, first of all,
not this piece of plastic.
Okay,
the
just
other
making
one.
sure.
The other one.
There's only so much rinsing you can do at
Right.
that point.
Right. So I dropped it in there
All right.
and finished up, and I stared down at it and said, I think I should just leave that. But then I thought, no, it's not a commode where you flush it down and it just goes
Right.
down into the...
Which would be bad, too. You
Right.
could clog up
But
some pipes.
But we've all done it where we're like, all right, it's going down to the great abyss, and where it goes
Cross
from
your
here-
fingers.
Yeah, cross your fingers and hope it gets down there. And I looked down there and I went, I have to go back on the air. So I came back in here and I thought, somebody's going to have to get that out of that urinal.
Right.
It shouldn't be anyone other than me. But two other men have walked into that urinal and have urinated on it. And so now I'm standing, and he's sitting in here, and I said, what do I do? And then we all agreed, you have to go get it. So I had to go get it. So I had to get some paper towels, and I had to pinch it out of there and throw it in the garbage.
Did you not look in the medicine cabinet to see if we had like gloves or anything?
Tweezers, anything?
Tweezers. No,
Well,
I
then you
did
have to
not.
burn the tweezers.
It's like operation.
I applaud your personal responsibility.
Yes.
You know, there are some people who just say, leave it to the janitorial staff.
Right. We need
to
good
take care
karma
of
right
later.
now, right? Like I thought it would be terrible karma if I left that in there to be covered in urine all day long, and then some poor person has to come in and clean up after me and my mistake. So I did. I washed my hands, obviously, and I did use paper towels and threw it in the garbage.
I mean, did you feel any moisture through
No,
the paper towels?
I
You had
did it. It was
enough where you
quick.
felt nothing.
I did it really, really.
So you're probably safe.
Well, of course I'm safe. Urine is sterile.
It's also,
so,
yes.
Yeah, I'm
it's
fine.
really not going to hurt you. It's all in your mind.
Yeah, Purple says tongs, perhaps. I do not have any tongs here. Did not
We have a
bring any.
toaster on the floor.
We have a toaster on the floor. We do not have any tongs in the kitchen. And if we did, I'd
Honestly,
use them.
The toaster on the floor is probably more problematic than you reaching into the urinal
Yeah.
to pick something out of it and throw it away.
Yeah, but I think it's a good lesson for all of us, right? It's a good lesson for all of us. When your team is in a pennant race or a playoff chase, keep your karma right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I feel this is the time of year when I'm constantly like, should I grab that extra cart at the grocery store that somebody left? I'll just bring it back. I'm constantly this time of year, really like August, like middle of August is where I start really being considerate for the first time.
You're like,
all
hey,
year.
you're like, whatever heartbreak happens in September,
It's not
October,
gonna be on me.
It ain't gonna be on me.
It's not my fault.
Not to pile on those guys, but I think it was last week. I was watching the Talking Heads on MLB Network or whatever, and they were trying to, who's going to claim those last playoff spots in the National League? And they all started going, I really like what the Padres have
just
done,
shut
their
up.
moves. And then they go, but that's what's in. And they kind of said,
They brought it up
yes,
again?
they brought it up again. It never dies.
That's what's
It never
We
dies.
are never getting rid of until we hoist a World Series trophy. They're playing it on national media.
Still, years later, like it could affect the 2026 season.
That's what's in. I've said it before, man.
How do we break the curse? Do
I
we
don't
need to like?
know
Do we
what
need to
you do.
send them to the moon? Like, are these guys still around? Can we
Throw
what
them
do
in
we
the
gotta do?
urinal.
Do we have to
I have no
exile
idea.
them from San Diego County?
I mean,
Like,
you
I'm
think
sure-
they actually still live here?
Yeah, I know Odyssey loves a good event, like listener event.
Yeah.
But they probably also frown on us burning them at the stake in front of a
Right.
live audience.
Hey, who wants to come throw hatchets at those guys? Put them on a... Oh, Woodsy, you wanted your meat wheel. Here's the hatchet wheel for the That's What's In guys.
oh man.
I don't...
We could put them in a dunk tank, but, inside the dunk tank is like piranhas.
Piranha. It's funny because we've played them on the air, but the Dodgers had like 40 different people doing video. They had these rapping twins, and they were terrible. And then they had that guy Doze, who was like deep-throating bottles of beer when they would like. It's literally that's not. Like he was like, oh, watch me.
You are immune to the baseball gods when
How?
you sell your soul.
How do you get immune? They had so many guys rapping about the Dodgers, and it didn't even affect it. We have
Like
one.
literally any other team, you know what would happen.
One group of guys decides to go on the news and do a terrible bit, and it's going to be with us for the rest of our lives.
You're
I
not
don't know
forgetting
what's
it.
going
No
on.
one's forgetting it.
They won't forget. Like
They won't.
I forgot it until you said it was on MLB
It
Network
was.
the other day. Son of a. I don't know what you do, man. I really don't know what you do. That's what's in. Statistics says clip this and post it to pay the bills. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
Yeah, I clip this and be like, look at these guys crying again.
Yeah, here we go. Like, cha-ching, cha-ching. I don't know what we do. They're showing on national? Really?
They did again last week.
Can I write a strongly worded letter to
It was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, like let it go. It was forever ago.
People don't forget.
It's the only one that's stuck around. Every fan base has done it. They all do it.
JZ says those guys are our Steve Bartman. We'll have a documentary.
Like, what does
25
KUSI need to
years.
go off the air? Like,
Right.
what do we need to do to break the curse?
I don't know what to do. I mean, do we bring them in? Do we make peace? I don't ever know because then we get crushed for that.
Oh, we'll get murdered for that.
I don't know what you do. I'd let another radio station make that mistake to bring them in, try to squash the
did.
curse.
Let's bring John
We
Floyd
did.
down the hall. Yeah, they didn't they have him down there? They brought him
They
in.
were in the building.
Yeah, we blacked
hid.
out the windows.
We like hid.
Closed off the
They
windows.
were here.
and
They were
said-
in here. We could have taken care of them that
We
day
should
if we
have.
wanted
That
to.
was our
Hey,
opportunity.
guys, come in here for a second. Wow! Like the scene from Goodfellas. It's like, I just don't know what you do.
Let's take a little boat ride, guys.
Can you write
How
a
would you like to see our elevator shaft?
Can you write a strongly worded letter to MLB Network and tell them to please stop
I think we
playing?
need to call in Jake Peavy on this one. He's our guy.
He's there.
He's got. If he says something to them,
They don't play this
like
anymore,
never
man.
bring this up again, never play it again, never mention it again, or I will not appear on MLB Network anymore.
I can't believe that. You didn't tell me that when it
I
happened.
saw it last week.
Man,
That upsets me, actually.
it upsets
And you
me
know if
too.
the Padres make the playoffs again, they're
That's
gonna
what's in.
bring it up again.
Can you imagine a Padres Phillies
Unavoidable.
matchup or whatever? I mean, it'll never.
It's never going to die.
Ugh.
Ben Woods, brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Tier 1s, thank you for joining us on a fun Monday program. We'll be back tomorrow with Jesse Agler, the Incorporator, at 8:35, hopefully talking about a win over the Milwaukee Brewers. Frank and Braden are up next. For Paulie and Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Have a great rest of your Monday from all of us here at 97.3 The Fan. So long, everybody.